away out of the hands of Astralis. That's a good first start. It was 5 in a row for Astralis. That run cut short. Double op setup switched into. Config and Farlig with those weapons.
Back underway with one round separating the two teams. As Jason said earlier, we've got another series coming up after this. EG versus Navi to close out the night. Farlig's going to try and close out this round quickly. Glaive, in fact, the one that wants to do it, gets 2 kills to start it off. Farlig not needing yet to show that AWP's presence inside of scaffolding, but he still holds the close corner, and as the smoke dissipates, oh my goodness, Glaive saving his teammate.
Yeah, that could have very easily been a double kill. That would have changed the nature of the game. However, Glaive and blamef stepped up massively in this round. Huge performance. 4 kills between them, 3 on Glaive, and Stown is the last one left with 20 HP. There's no money in the bank for Heroic. Out of a great win in the previous round.
A lovely round from Glaive.
That's a beautiful one. Quad kill.
Be loving that. Smile back on his face even. The father, Lucas, the big smile.
Ah, yes. That was the dicey fight right there that you mentioned. That could have easily been a kill quickly and a transfer upwards. 6-4, 2-round lead, and a 3rd timeout taken from Heroic in these first 10 rounds of the opening half. Again, I almost feel like it's a money situation because it's just kind of all over the place one more time. But that's, I mean, it's a rough way to use your 3rd timeout. Especially when you consider there's still a whole half of Counter-Strike if it goes to overtime.
Yeah.
They could be in some trouble there if they need to adapt in the second half on their defensive side. But for now, just trying to put rounds on the board.
I think if you're calling this many timeouts, though, I'm obviously the scoreline's close, but obviously they think they're within winning these rounds, and we're seeing good post plants. Obviously, Astralis missed out on the retake 2 rounds ago, but it's you're looking for that last little bit, that little detail. It's not like you're calling these timeouts with no intention at all. Like, guys, we need to win. No, I think they're confident they can change very little and get away with it here. So that's why they obviously see something that's incremental. But you are right. Late in the game, that could cost them. Glaive again from that corner.
Again, a very fortunate transfer down. Good swing. Good 2-man peek on a Zipix.
It's much easier to shoot down than up in this game, obviously for headshot reasons, but also I just find the axis of the mouse gets weird when I look up.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, config. I don't think he has to suspect they're close. Oh, the flashbangs are so brutal. He's in, I was going to say a little bit of safety, but really not all that much. What a great hit from Heroic. Looking like they're going to get their 5th on the board. There's plenty of utility on blamef, but a good find from Refresh as the smoke fades. There's the nade out. There's the Molotov follow-up. The plant is going down. Refresh is not burning.
I think if the nade actually hits Shush and kills one there, blamef's already on the side. He's already dropping in looking for this. Instead, he might just try and do economic damage. Knows now where the AWP is. Smoke will cover off that side for a reason. And if he can take them down post-plant, or rather post-detonation, or with the bomb, he'll take that as a win. Another nade picked up. Further damage onto Refresh, goes down to 28. He's going to try and challenge that AWP, perhaps. Knows it's there, baits the shot out, gets the first kill, tries to spray transfer. Looking a little bit optimistic at this point. He will find the second, but drops to Tessus. At least got a few more guns on the ground.
Yeah, that would have been still so tough. Even if Tessus doesn't get the kill right there, that's a late into the bomb timer for blamef to be making that happen. Yeah, I think he would have probably had to stick the defuse, and Tessus would have an easy one. Good win from Heroic on their way in. Config just gets caught out in the open with a pair of flashbangs. He could do absolutely nothing. 6-5, and we've had 3 timeouts from Heroic. We're going to get our first from Astralis as they talk things over. This is the final buy that they have built up after sustaining these losses. 2 of the last 3 rounds have slipped away from them. So they'll buy fully down to, as close to 0 as you can and hope to win it.
In it to win it.
In it to win it.
Both teams with this many timeouts gone. It's almost a little game of tug and war. Tug and war? Tug of war. Look, I was last picked in gym class. I don't remember the names of these games.
Doesn't surprise me.
Nah, I definitely wasn't last pick, Jason.
You don't look like a dodgeball player.
kidding me? I'm tiny and I'm fast. I got no strength, but I can dodge a damn ball, Jason.
All right, smoke out from Shush towards the B bomb site. He'll be monitoring the situation on that side of the map. Again, towards A ramp, we start this out. Glaive has picked up the pace. His aggression hasn't worked, but his more passive plays above the sandbags have worked beautifully.
Farlig just waiting with that AWP down at the bottom of the ramp. His victims, or potential victims, backing away at this point in time. Heroic not holding that position, knowing there's been so much aggression there, so much utility thrown that direction. Don't do it, Tessus. You have so much to live for.
It's a good-looking elevator shaft.
The red ambient light.
Quiet and default. Nobody challenging, nobody probing, nobody using any kind of utility. And just now, Heroic is going to give up any kind of presence towards the B bomb site. Shush will be watching the flank from very, very far. Very heavy lean towards the A bomb site as this trio tries to gain some control, some semblance of positioning.
Oddly slow Vertigo game. Almost feels like yesterday we made that joke about the, velocity of Config's falling body.
That is a very, very ambitious push. Glaive off angle, but the flashbang catches him just enough.
And they've got plenty of Molotovs and utility this time to clear out the sandbags. No one there. Config, meanwhile, trying to get himself back in a position. Ring around the rosy with Shush. But here comes blamef to take him down with that information. Cadian, meanwhile, back over toward B. This is all a ruse. They've sold it as well. Xyp9x needs to get quickly back in position. He spawns one jumping across, sees the planter as well, finds Stowen. Needs to be careful of how many bullets he's got left over on this Cadian. He didn't get there in time. He's not got this plant. Surely, oh my god, he actually did, but neither way, he's knifed. Tessus still has a chance in this. He's going to spray down blamef as well, and here comes Config. He manages to get the high HP player. Refresh stays in it. The knife was there, but slightly too late. I am surprised that bomb even had the time to go down. Config is going to sneak in. He's past the box, though. I don't think Refresh will be expecting him to be this close. No chance. He's going to sit inside of the smoke, though, and that might make things problematic because Config's going to get impatient. He's going to run out of time. He's going to make noise, and Refresh knows it. He's slipping away. He knows he had to have gone this far, and his patience will prevail. Config can do nothing of the rounds, and it's over.
I think he's got it.
You think? You might be right. That's extremely close. All right, it was a second off both times.
Fast fingers from Config. Nice clutch. That is tough. What a great play from Tessus to sneak through the smoke. Yeah, that's crazy. I figured Xyp9x would pick up the pace in that on that retake just because they had called out. There's multiple players at the A bomb site. Out of 4 players, only 2 of them were actually at the B site at that time. So Xyp9x is trying to stall, trying to delay as much as he possibly can.
It's just in, Jason.
Yes, sir. Sounds important.
Comparing to Vertigo's apparent height, 51 floors with an average floor height of 10 feet, we get 510 feet or approximately 155 meters. Either Vertigo has floors of over 20 meters high or gravity in CS is absolutely clapped. It's the latter, I believe, tests have done before. This is from a guy by the name of Nina on Twitter. So there you go. There's your facts.
Wow, he did the math.
Yes, I'm glad he did it because I didn't. Oh, wow, that's just the end of the thread. This is an exchange. We'll get back to that as Stowen takes out Config to return the favor back to a 4-on-4. And passive this time on A, Astralis has been forced back. Late shot Farlig can't snap fast enough. He does lag, or rather get lagged as he has to back off on this. But we stay in a 4-on-4 and he knows that they're getting much, much closer onto that CT position. Stowen already above him, even catches him out cleanly.
Good kill from Refresh, sneaking through the smoke. blamef steps up next. Got one. But bombs on the other side of the map. This round is going to slip away. 6th for Heroic. This has become a very brawly, grindy game. These rounds are going back and forth all over the place. The last 6 rounds have been just exchanged back and forth. Blame just going to try and save this AK-47. No money left for Astralis, and I think if you want to break up this kind of back and forth affair, this seesaw battle we have going on in your Heroic, this is the best chance you're going to have to do it. blamef next round with the AK-47. Around that, what do you want to buy if you're Astralis? Do you force buy into the last 2 rounds and kind of give yourselves 2 scrappy buys, or do you save one and try and get some weapons for the final round of the half? Cadian's going to go for the kill due to the fact that he's got some money, but blamef wins it anyway. 7-6.
So I actually only read the last tweet next. They didn't show up. But yeah, he basically says that assuming Earth's gravity of 9.8 meters per second squared, modeling config as a particle, and then he puts, I know that won't be accurate, but it's a functional approximation. And using my rough guess of 20 to 30 seconds for config to hit the ground, says he wasn't paying attention. So we're kind of losing out a little bit on the math here.
Okay.
But he says they can use the Suvat equation, S equals UT plus 1 over 2
Yeah.
A
I know that
T
one.
squared to estimate the distance covered. Plugging in the numbers we get. Look, I'm not going to read them all, but that's how we did it. I made the thread. I posted the thread. We are 155 meters high in the sky.
Perfect. Just in case any of you were wondering.
Yeah.
Sat around on Vertigo.
Bring a parachute.
Yeah, definitely.
If any of you have vertigo, now you know how high you are. Do video games give you vertigo when you're falling? Do you get any pitfall in your stomach?
No.
Never did as a kid, and I started to now as an adult.
You're getting old, Matt.
I think I'm just, yeah, I just can't handle it anymore. I'm not tough enough for this world.
Shush is going to find config. Stown slipped in a position. These SMGs, Astralis is trying to find a way to make them work. Glaive being a bit bold, rotating with that UMP out in the open. Blame F and Farlig to defend the A bomb site. And at the moment, that seems to be the destination of Heroic's attack. Tess's, Cadian, and Refresh, but they still have Shush far back watching mid. They still have Stown watching for a B flank. 50 seconds on the clock. They're giving themselves opportunities, and Blave runs through the flames just to take that fight, willing to take the damage for the information and 1 kill. Stown is making his move in middle. All on Zipix. Can't find it in time. Quick headshot from Stown. Another headshot from Cadian. And round number 14 is going to go to Heroic. They've tied things up with a great opportunity to take the lead into the second half.
Close affair, and Astralis still will be lamenting a missed opportunity to have closed this series a while ago, but could still escape that fate with a victory here, but not much money at all to do it. As you say, Heroic in the better position to win out the half. It will be the first halftime lead they've had in this series. They trailed by 1 all the way back on Ancient. Config trying to get aggressive with the Deagle. Top side of lobby, couldn't do it. Spotted and tagged through the wall. Tries a speculative shot back through said wall, but it doesn't land. Tessus, meanwhile, already has blame off the aggression, not working out for Astralis on ramp in this round.
Ooh, Stown. Creeping out mid. Zipix falling back, not a fun fight. Ooh, gets the first few shots, but can't complete the kill. Cadian's got another one towards A as well. Heroic have taken complete control of this game. The final 3 rounds go in their favor. 5 of the last 7 as well. Heroic take a lead into the second half of the deciding map of this series in Group D. Headed to a break. We'll see who's going to win it out in the end.
Second half, third map. Second series of the day. First for Jason and I at 8-7. Heroic have their first lead at a halftime so far in this series. Arguably shouldn't even be here if not for Shush in the last map.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up as well.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, same thing. It's like we don't even have to be at this point if you're Astralis. You're like, we're just making this so difficult on ourselves. Here we go. Pistol round is live. Two players relatively fast pushing up a ramp. The other three are going to follow them silently, so not giving away the game entirely, maybe making it sound like a sound fake. Cadian going to back away in that A bomb site, play retake. There is a stack towards B. There's a player in middle. Cadian is going to have to sit behind these smokes and call for backup, going for a timing shot perhaps, a little bit of chip damage on the glaive, but bomb will get planted. And a very difficult retake coming in for Heroic. Molotov to delay things. There is a smoke, but no kit to defuse inside of it.
Well, they're going to go for the plant now, jumping across. Already getting aggressive on the reverse side of heaven as well by Drywall. No one's going to boost up to counter that peak or that position. Instead, they'll hold off the passive angles. No flank either, just to make note of that now. All 5 CT players are coming from spawn. 2 slightly left at lobby. Flash is out. It's going to catch them. Config can't find kills. Farley gets the person's head. Now Config comes alive, but Refresh gets a double. Not done there either. He's going to go toward the ramp, but he's got to reload. That's going to leave him in, ooh, I was going to say a world of trouble, but he manages to survive longer than I would have expected. Still, the exchange is awkward as flurry of frags going either direction, and Cadian trying to get away will not do so. Xyp9x will hunt him down. It is 8-8. Boom. Oh, we reset.
Those flashbangs from Heroic were actually pretty solid and busted up a multitude of stacks and crossfire set up inside that bomb site to be able to make the retake happen. If they'd had a kit, that would have felt way more believable, but when you don't have that in a 5-on-5 retake, things get so sketchy. Nicely done from Astralis. A nice easy set piece. Fortunate playing against a passive setup. They got a plant almost for free, and we're tied up. Teagle and 5-7s and a scout invested into for Heroic.
10 for blamef in an awkward situation, trying to find an opening and timing in his favor. No boost against him. He'll even consider it. Checks the corner so he knows that no one's going to run through and catch him out with the Molotov in his hand. Didn't hear any splatters, so he was confident to do so. Nice nade. Touchdown. Off the backboard.
Yeah, well, they don't have control of that part of the map. There's 2 players looking to push into it. Config thinning out the defense just a little bit. Tassis and Refresh starting to push, but Zip's going to get a kill through the smoke. Here's Refresh. He goes down as well. And that should be pretty much it. Cadian should be backing away with the scout. Shush is backing off with the 5-7 armor. And a 9th round for Astralis as they regain the lead.
Do indeed. By 1, and even though the nade did significant damage onto Xyp9x and Glaive, they'll get nothing else for this. Cadian gone down, scout falls. So just that 5-7 armor and smoke in play for Shush. Poor Cadian. There is Shush. So Astralis, you're right, back into the lead. It was the CT side yesterday against EG that they actually excelled on.
Yeah.
T side was a little shaky at times, so we'll see if they can keep this moving against Heroic. Overall, that was a pretty comfortable game. I'm not trying to suggest that they didn't have a CT side at all, but it wasn't their better of the 2, that's for sure.
Ooh, he was low. Nice looking one tap though. You can see the scores up there if you're just joining us here on Vertigo. Ancient was 16-12 victory for Astralis. Their map pick. Overpass was Heroic's pick, and they won in overtime after a phenomenal comeback. 8-round run to end regulation to force overtime to begin with. And now we're here on Vertigo.
blamef again going to be working inside of the smoke on Scaff. Easy kill. Tessus walks straight into him that time. Meanwhile, Glaive, same weaponry, is going to work the top side of the ramp as they want to go toward A once again. Yeah,
they're happy to just kind of rinse and repeat the last strategy. Better weaponry, just kind of march in, flex a little bit, show your strength. And they're doing just that. Shush is going to go down, refreshes inside of the smoke. That could be creative. Get yourself a knife, young man. Oh.
Tap the bomb, try to get him to move. Yeah, it would have been cool knife. We've had one already in this game. We had one and it was still
a good knife
round. The one from Xyp9x?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Unfortunately, they still lost the round. Oh, no, they won it. That was the one that No, Config clutched it.
Config clutched it.
You're right. I called it that they couldn't get the bomb planted, and then I called it the defuse, you know? Just really good with time.
You went 2 for 2.
Time management and Matthew Trivett. What a combo.
It's all right. You're organized on Google Keep or whatever it is you're using. 2-round lead. Glaive and Farlig at the base of a ramp. Refresh and Tesses to defend that position. This time, though, Astralis is just kind of going to show some presence, chuck out some utility, and while that's still up, they want to apply some pressure towards the B bomb site. A lot of bodies here. They've got numbers. Utility being tossed out from T-Spawn. Shush, blind, but spotted the kill before the flashbang pop, but then the MAC-10s go to work. Cadian's up. At the generator goes down. Good trade, important trade from Farlig, and Config, with a nice little lurk way far back, is able to grab another one. Refreshing a 1 versus 3. No kit, but he's gonna challenge. Bomb is planted, low HP, transfers over, almost gets it. That could have been real interesting. 11-8, 3-round lead now for Astralis. They're back. Took them a while.
We say they're back. Let's not call it done just yet.
They're back relative to like the disappearance on Overpass.
Yes, they have made themselves known. We have proof they are in the server. There is a pulse. And I would say this is still pulsing for Heroic as well, as they need to get on the board in this second half. They don't have weapons to do it this time. 5-7s, all 5. Gonna be holding on to the lovely pistol that it is. Refresh, getting aggressive, caught out. flamie getting the kill, but Tessus does respond, and Cadian with the flash assist enabling that play. Just tries to go aggressive as well. Xyp9x will catch him off behind the play, and that will control the situation of aggression early on from Heroic, put Astralis closer to a 12th round. You don't want to stop there, though. Stowen coming out for the B stairs gets caught as well.
No slow playing this one from Astralis. They're just going to march right up the stairs into the bomb site. You know the position of Tesses. They certainly do now, as flamie takes him out. Cadian's the last one left. So 12-8, now sitting at 5 in a row when all is said and done for Astralis to start this T-side. And that's just so ideal. We saw the struggles that Heroic was under in the opening map of Ancient when they couldn't get their economy situated, when they couldn't plant their feet and actually build up some money. Similar situation right now, taking them a while to get comfortable and have a buy that they can really be excited about.
Molly, just to make sure Cadian can go nowhere. Bit too late for any ninjas this time. He will get config. Speaking of ninjas, though, might get that gun detonated toward him as well. It will. Bounces off the wall. Thank you for the AK. Knew that was going to happen, so he doesn't dare get any closer to that explosion. And it's 12-8 with an AK carried over, which he's going to give to Refresh. So 4 rounds ahead and 4 rounds to finish. But we've seen them closer than that, so let's not forget the last map as we tell you the scoreline. Good timing on the Molotov. Config definitely wanted to be in middle already, taking a battle, trying to find a pick to open up potential B damage. A bit more difficult, I think, for Config on this map to find those openings. Not that he's stopped trying to get them, but... Oh, that flash, that's ooh, that timing. I was gonna say that's massive though, because Config can. He's not even gonna bother with it. He's already forced the player back inside of the site, so why go over the top when he can head towards CT? Good read, Stowen, aware of it, slides back out. Refresh catches up, flamie. Farlig finally gets one, but Stowen's gonna have the confidence to repeat again, and it's a slaughter. It's all down to Glaive. Bomb dropped, and a 1-on-3 ensues. Not for long though. Shush with an AUG.
This is one thing we saw on the T side from Astralis yesterday, is coming mid and actually trying to push all the way down instead of going drop and wrapping on the B bomb site, pushing towards CT spawn, pushing towards the back end of the A bomb site. Been really, really interesting watching Config try and make that play work. I think this time he felt the pressure to go for that kill. He was trying to juggle so many things. There was not a smoke behind him, so he knew he was overexposed from behind. He also knew pushing forward too fast, he'd give up the game. Footsteps would give away his position. Awkward play to try and make, and he almost had it. 12-9.
Sneaking around, Tess is trying to get another angle, but it's Xyp9x that falls early. Stowen with the kill. Config once more goes to middle, and Cadian's on the floor aggressively this time, not poised up high, and it catches out Config, who is certainly not ready to take that angle.
No, but it's awesome to see Heroic just putting the op there. Ooh, good fight for Farley. Good win. Nice headshot. Another one is going to be right around the corner. Oh, he gets that as well. Molotov going to be out. All of a sudden, Astralis is really pressing the issue. Finally, Refresh is able to take care of one, and Cadian comes at the perfect moment with a flashbang. Glaive, blinded, can do nothing. I was going to say, it's awesome to put Cadian there every once in a while with the op to go get that pick on Config, who's trying to find a contact play, trying to find some kind of a dry peek and duel. flamie not able to connect with the head, 12-10. We'll see if it dissuades Config from going back to that in the future. I doubt it, knowing him. He's a madman.
No, yeah, he'll take a fight.
He's a madman.
I mean, that's one of the things you have to admire about him as well. I mean, there are players that use, you know, wit and intuition to win duels, and then there are players like Config who just straight up wants to beat you with skill and believes that he can in any situation. And he's unrelenting in that regard.
All right, Astralis scraping together another buy. Op and Farlig. Config goes down first. Nice jump up from Shush to find that kill. Xyp9x is going to back away as well. Doesn't want to eat the follow-up utility that's going to be coming in. So Astralis now no stats, no control towards the B stairs.
You know, for years, I've thought Xyp9x looks like people, and I never really put it together.
Okay.
It's the Sedin twins.
Okay.
He kind of looks like the Sedin brothers.
No, I understand. I don't know who that is.
It's all right.
Okay.
Who they are.
Who they are.
Twins. There's two.
Yep.
Either way, Tassis waiting now on top of the bomb box. Smoke goes over top, covers off the lane. That'll allow them to advance a bit further, but Testis is going to use that position to his advantage. Turning around, Glaive gets the shot instead. Stowen, now it's none of that. He'll trade it back. And flamie still on the ramp will cover off Xyp9x as he tries to go for the plant, but Cadian through the box. AWP finds the first. Lineup as well onto the second, and flamie, despite being on the ramp, happens to be perfectly positioned to catch that bullet. And it's down on Farley. We have a one-round game, surely, at this point in time.
One-round game, an economic advantage over towards Heroic. This is, they're coming storming back into this third map. This is wonderful to see. Gonna be 3 in a row when all is said and done. Farlig, 1v4, 20 seconds, no time, save the ult because you're out of funds. Farlig with 150. Config and Glaive will be able to put together a buy. The interesting thing will be what Xyp9x and flamie can scrape together. But you're right, one-round game, 12-11. Heroic is perhaps one of the most dangerous teams we have in professional Counter-Strike when they gain momentum. They feel like, at times, like a very, very heavily snowbally, momentum-based team. They used 3 timeouts in the first half to get enough rounds to feel good. Actually, netted them a one-round lead into the second half. Tough breaks for Astralis in this round. The spam through the box never allowed the plant to go down. That would have been so useful, not just to actually play a post plant and see what happens, but just for the extra funds that they could have gotten. That could be the difference between a buy and a save in this round.
Astralis once again under pressure despite having the lead. Testis actually, it's going to go aggressive first. I was going to say Refresh rotating over to try and support this, but it's flamie already behind. Testis reads that. We've seen flamie go there quite a few rounds with the MAC-10. This time it does not prevail, does not pay off, and Glaive on top of the ramp already has at least somewhat of an advanced position, but they're desperate for a kill at this point in time. Farlig's tagged as well, down to 11 HP on that AWP.
Heroic looks happy to play retake in this scenario, considering they have that opening kill. They're more than pleased.
Stowen's already getting pretty aggressive. Yeah, he's already at the bottom of the ramp. I was going to say, he's getting very aggressive on this flank. Gave himself up too early, but it's still going to make them have to consider his position.
Yeah, but this flank is why they backed off. This is exactly why they played passive, because they know this puts a lot of pressure. This takes eyeballs away from the bomb site, takes bodies away from the plant. Down. I don't think they realize he's gotten all the way
I
past.
thought Xyp9x spotted it. I thought Xyp9x was going to be aware of that, but you're right, he's not. And that's going to let Stowen go back and get that kill instead, rather than cutting off the flank and the rotation of Stowen. It gives now us a tie game, 12-12.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Astralis. We saw this on Overpass. Once Heroic caught fire, there was no coming back. Once they caught fire on that defensive side, they were a brick wall. They might just be doing the same thing here. Astralis having trouble finding success, having trouble finding opening kills, having trouble getting the bomb planted during these executes. And Heroic is knocking on the door of another one-round lead. And remember, the big thing about this series is we don't have to be here. A 3-on-1 post plant on Overpass dropped by Astralis. Sjuush able to steal that round away, and they've never looked back.
Remarkable that Astralis struggling to close out games. I mean, I was thinking to myself, yes, okay, it's a different core. But when was the last time you saw Astralis fail to close a game when they were that far ahead?
I'm off the top of my head. I can't think of one, but I'm sure there was something in the past.
I'm sure there was. Every team has been in that situation, but even still, it's like,
no, I know what you mean.
Cold Zero is the most 16-0 player in CS. Like,
it's also just the style, right? Like, again, as you said, new team, new core, and everything, but still losing a 3-on-1 in a post plant to eventually go and drop the map. That's a stunning way for a comeback to get started for Heroic against a team like Astralis to lose a scenario like that. And you could see the frustration immediately on Glaive's face, just so confused how they managed to lose a round like that.
it's up there on the you should have won this game list. The other ones that come to mind in that have allowed comebacks was the Felp push down Banana.
Oh, you're going all the way back.
MIBR.
Painful.
It is. And the other would be the Nico missed knife on Nitro.
Simple.
Simple's missed knife on Nitro. Sorry. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that one was embarrassing as well.
I didn't mind that one.
Of course you didn't. DNA is rich with this one.
Here we go. Rinse and repeat. March up the A ramp. Set piece. Astralis have to be. They must be just like super pleased and happy that they're getting to the plant boxes, even though it hasn't really panned out in their favor when they've gotten there. They just have to be saying eventually it's going to work. Eventually we're going to be able to play this post plant. Heroic happy to give up the bomb site if they can control this part of the map, but they can't. They can't do it at all. Cadian, alive and well for the moment, cannot adjust properly. And Astralis have finally cracked it open. They've knocked the door down, and we're still going to remain tied at 13.
Sjuush, the only one left in a 1-on-3, isn't even going to get too aggressive. He might try and just do economic damage at this point in time. He does have 8750.
You only get one per day, Sjuush.
In his wallet. You say that, Jason. You were the one saying, I'll buy dinner if he does it last time. So maybe just hedge your bets.
You complaining about a steak dinner?
No, is that what it is? Steak? I'm down.
Could be.
A little blue rare.
Okay.
Yeah. Probably too old for that now.
Nah.
But yes, we have a tie game again. Astralis do respond on a great straight-up entry. Cadian only good for one. Tried to pull the attention and aggro away. Oh, he's going to try and flash him in the corner. He knows they're going to be saving in that position, but Glaive not blind. The flash went too far.
Yeah, he's trying to take some money away right at the end, make this T-side a little bit more difficult, harass the T-side a bit more economically, but obviously nothing coming from it. Good kills from Astralis. The entry kill from Glaive on top of the boxes. Config as well towards lane. Finally, I mean, that's an area which they've struggled with in these past few rounds, is finding that opening kill, finding any space to work with at that A bomb site. Round 27. Config, gonna be quick. A lot of utility. He's already ready to turn the corner. Tess is blocked in by the Molotov. Oh, and he's so blind. That gave Config all the time in the world. Oh, Cadian, he had a nade out, and he's not going to be able to transfer to the AWP. It's an absolute disaster. This is so many resources lost for Heroic without even a fight back. No damage dealt to Astralis. The pace change is brutal.
Bit better now. Get there in the end, I suppose it all counts. But yeah, certainly made this series long. We're not done yet either. Stowen's going to get one back through the smoke onto Config. Round, I think not. Game, perhaps still, because that's going to do a little bit more economic damage.
Config's like, if we're going to use 2 smokes in this choke point, can we just make sure that one of them prevents a gap?
Yeah, please, guys.
Team.
Trajectory.
Xyp9x going to go down. All well and good. Nobody's going for it. So, I remember, we touched on this before. 3 timeouts used by Heroic in the first half. Keep that in mind as we see where they decide to use their 4th and final timeout in this game, because you wonder, in my head, I'm wondering if it's going to be now. 13-14, they got plenty of cash, but do you call it now and just kind of lay out how you want to play for these final 3 rounds of regulation? Or do you wait?
So, yeah, it's a tough call. I think, given the money, I think they're, well, I can see that they're definitely considering going for this. Stalin still has the M4. Shush AK. It's tough. I think you potentially go for this and let the last round bonus build up, but you need a bomb plant on that. Astralis, pretty comfortable, all things considered. So this is the final timeout. You mentioned that they used 3 very early. Both teams did.
In the first 10 rounds.
Yeah, and you were like, they're not going to have any left late. And they're like, nah, Jason, we got 1 left over. That's all we need.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if it's all they need. The last thing Heroic needs at the moment is getting their economy crushed. I think they have enough for a few dangerous elements in the next round if they're to lose this. But not much of a losing bonus has been built up by Heroic. A lot of utility spent early. This time there's no pace behind it from Astralis, though, trying to throw a little bit of a curveball. Cadian watching mid with the AWP, and he's out in the open. He's exposed. Config and blamef going to turn the corner. They need the trade at the very least. Oh, they don't even need it, actually. Config just takes his head clean off. That's payback from earlier.
Chance for series point again then for Astralis. Refresh. And Shush together walking back to middle to try and make sure that no one, such Config as it has been in numerous situations, is going to be taking that position. And Stalin's also getting aggressive toward the B stairs. The fact that they both got that far and no contact was made, they're actually going to consider that this is going to be back over toward A, and they'll head to the top side of the ramp to support their 2 teammates, or rather 1 teammate left over there, Tessus.
Oh, this is actually perfect for Rogue. This is the best possible situation to be in. They've got 3 defenders at this point of attack. Oh, but okay, Config. Oh!
That is sick. Woo. That was an absolutely stunning shot as he got 2. Shush equals that total in return, not quite as sexually, but he does manage to at least make it a winnable situation for Hero. 27 seconds. Bomb sits on the ground, and the Smokes, a timer on them. They need to advance and get toward the bomb. Flash goes high. No chance for a repeat just yet as Stalin wants to play this from drywall. They'll continue to try and rain those flashes in to buy space, to buy the precious seconds off the clock as it's down to 11 seconds. Zipix instead does it on kills. He'll finish off what Config started.
Coming into this map, I mentioned that's one thing that Astralis is going to be super pleased about. Coming into it, Config had 29 kills on the first map, 30 kills on the second map. You knew he was feeling it today. He was playing a very, very good series, and he's doing it again here. This time the numbers aren't quite there, but look at the impact in this all-important round. The opening kill on Cadian, the entrance towards the A bomb site into a stack, and a beautiful, stunning one-tap at a headshot angle. That's magnificent, and he's got Glaive hyped up. That's got to make him feel super pumped. Stown down the stairs, behind the smoke, and look at the scrappiness in this buy. 2 M4s on Stown and Tess's, SMG on Shush, and 5.7s for Refresh and Cadian. Astralis, they failed to convert 8 map points on Overpass. They've got 2 on Vertigo.
Farleg holding off the angle with the AWP. It's blamef that's going to intend to put the Molotov out toward the sandbag position. The return incendiary bounced by Cadian will cover off scaffolding, so pretty standard procedure as they slowly try and take territory from one another. Cadian passes off the M4 to Tessus.
Astralis hasn't had to change their strategy. This is just march up A ramp. Set piece, toss out the standard utility, standard execute. Oh, Zip watching the flank, gets the win. That's massive. That's down to go down. They're going to rush back to the bomb site, but Heroic's got a step ahead. They've actually got Astralis beat here. Shush behind the boards. They'll never expect it. Zip's going to go down surely. How many more can Shush get? Just the one. Molotov slows them down. Oh, Shush adds another. Astralis has outgamed themselves.
And maybe we are looking at another overtime if this continues. Shush! He's on for the ace with an MP9. He won't quite get it. Tessus will collect the final kill in turn, though. And it is the final round of regulation. 15-14. Astralis need to close this out, surely.
Oh, Astralis is going to be so dumbfounded. They're going to be so confused in the heat of the moment. That's going to be one that, you know, someone's making a mental note to look back at, because Zipvex kills the flanker. They think they've got the B bomb site clear. They say if someone's flanking this deep, that means they've over-rotated towards the A bomb site. But that just wasn't the case. Shush was here. He moves into position oh so quickly. Tesses comes in as well. There was one more player next to Shush ready to defend against that attack. Miraculous stuff. Again, Heroic just finding the answer out of nowhere. And again, Shush. Round 30, Astralis, one final chance to close it out. It's been difficult for them all day, closing out on overpass. Another overtime here, I think, would be just an element of PTSD seeping into Astralis' mind frame.
And this really is a battle between Heroic and Astralis right now in this group. I mean, if Astralis is on the fringe, they were looking excellent to start this series off. You've got EG, I would say not really with a great chance of making it through. Same for complexity. So, you know, these two teams really battling for a spot. And a head-to-head is significant. Stallin's going to start it off. Config drops. Farlick able to turn that around. Spots a second in behind the bomb box, but can't get the angle and doesn't want to overextend, knowing the lane's still occupied. Refresh, therefore. We'll jump back around toward the default box. Stallin's got Glaive on the cross, and it's all CT. An absolute annihilation. We are not done. We need extra innings yet again. Heroic force out more and perhaps can steal this series from Astralis. We'll find out after a quick break. Heroic once again, coming back late, and emphatically so, as you can tell their passion is unrivaled. That's one thing you have to give them credit for. They are the master of cheers. And this time I can understand many of those cheers. Some smiles on the Astralis side, a bit more reserved. They were the ones with the lead in this map, just as Overpass, yet we find ourselves needing more rounds to determine who's going to win this series this time, not just the map.
I mean, in between Vertigo and Overpass and all this is 10 series points that Astralis has failed to convert, failed to close this one out. They are letting Heroic hang around for far too long, and Heroic's punishing them for it. Things got a little bit fast-paced towards the end of regulation for Astralis. Here, they're going to slow things down again. Config with 20 kills, waiting behind the sandbags. Stown, op train at his position. Nice, easy kill as Config slowly clears the angle. 4 players here. Heroic is like, we've watched you guys just march up A ramp and execute so many times in that half. We're going to put all of our bodies, all of our players here, and hope you do the same exact thing. They've at least got the opening kill out of it, and now they can readjust and spread across the map and do a bit more standard defense. Ooh. Tessus didn't get the memo to back away.
No, he did not. Refresh. It's a good shot to Glaive. Nade's gonna rain high in the sky, but it won't bounce far enough to catch out Stowen's position. He still stares firmly through the scope. Oh, so close and far, like flicking toward each other. He comes out worse for wear, tagged down to 34, I think clipping the edge of the box. That's Zipix knows he's there. Good timing on the flash, because he wanted to elevate himself above. Catch Stowen out. Instead, though, he gets the one on Farlig before falling back down. It's Shush that gets Zipix from backside of the site. It's all on Blame F, and he'll get detonated by way of grenade.
Not good. 3 straight now for Heroic going back to regulation. Double op setup's been powerful. Straws having a tough time finding the winning recipe. I think these two have, what, like 2 timeouts left? Straws can kind of take a pause, although I'm sure they spoke a little bit. 16 to 15, 1-round lead for Heroic. Defense looking great, though. Aggression towards middle. This time, Cadian's going to push all the way up. Oh, this could spell disaster. Config certainly has a flashbang out. It's perfect. It's perfect-ish. Stown, with incredible cover of his teammate, is able to take him down and prevent Cadian from falling. That's massive. Config again just going to creep up. He's in front of the Molotov. Cadian won't expect this. Oh, he just disappears around the corner. I wonder if he saw Config, though.
Config certainly wants something to do with this fight because he's continuing to push up on it. Damaging exchange, but doesn't overextend, expecting that perhaps someone at B could swing out over top of the window behind him and cut him off. So falls off smartly to keep himself in contention.
This is so tough. It doesn't even matter that you have 2 HP, two players on Heroic extremely low. It doesn't even matter whatsoever. 3 players now here in mid, essentially, to defend against this. Glaive is going to get picked off. Molotov comes in just a little bit late to cover that kind of a play. Shush with the AK, able to take him down 5 on 3. And Stown getting a bit frisky with that op. Zip is going to go down next. Heroic knocking on the door of 17. Remember, that's how the overtime and Overpass went as well. They brought it all the way back. They won the first 3 rounds of overtime and were eventually able to close it out. It's looking like deja vu.
All over again. Config dead. No, I thought he was going to flick that. I thought he was somehow going to hit Shush. But it is exactly as you say, a situation where Heroic can win the second map of their respective 2 in this series, and doing so in overtime put Astralis in a very awkward position in which I don't think they'll be too pleased with how things went and too, I guess, relaxed this evening. I
think even if Astralis kind of like, I guess, quote unquote, comes back in this overtime, I don't think this is going to be one of those feel-good wins that makes you happy. This is going to be one of those really, really stressed, frustrated wins. You're obviously going to be glad you won, but you're going to be more focused on the mistakes made in critical situations to allow these comebacks, to fail to close out these maps and series.
Shots going both directions inside of the smoke. The damage onto both Glaive and Tessus as a result. Tessus down to 40 in this situation, but Astralis Can't get around the corner again. Farlig looked like he had the advantage. Refresh gets the headshots. Config now finally opening up some positions on the B site. Stallions going to rotate over, though. Flashed off the angle. Did Config spot him? I think he did. He's going to stare in behind air conditioning, well aware of window position as well. Has his crosshair elevated. Counter flash, though, and he's spotted, but Blame F does exactly what he needs to do in that situation. Trades it, allowing Xyp9x up the wall. Close to the conditioning unit as he fires into the smoke. He'll put Refresh down to 13. They finally have an advantage to work with.
And there was a little bit of a gap in that smoke. That was so brutal for Heroic to deal with at Gen. Nade comes in, doesn't stop the plant. They have to go for it. Last round of the opening half of OT. There is a player in middle as well. That's Glaive, biding his time, waiting for his move, waiting for the bomb to get deeper into its tick so he knows nobody's going to be watching his direction. Now moving forward, Blame's got one. Refresh responds with a headshot, but Glaive is just lurking behind, and he seals the deal. 17-16 as they switch sides. 19 is the magic number to take victory.
Yep, absolutely so. Or, you know, what is it, 31 as it was yesterday?
Yeah.
7? I don't even remember. I'm sure Alex and Chad can't forget.
Yeah, that's probably replaying in their head as well.
Blame after Cadian. But it is Astralis making this another one-round game and giving themselves a chance. That said, Heroic going to start their campaign out offensively, have nades going directly toward them by none other than Glaive. You mentioned it, yeah, aggressive yesterday here, and first half tried to do the same. That nade goes a little bit deep, but Cadian does go down to 73.
It's down towards middle. Farlig with the op. Very small off angle. Three players from Heroic at the base of the ramp. KD and Tesses and Refresh just running their standard default. Glaive dumping utility, trying to slow this down. Molotov gonna spread and keep it there. Still no real engagements breaking out between the two teams until just now. That's Xyp9x to get the first kill. Shush goes down. Farlig has his op trained on this position. He's going to be able to call out that there's absolutely no presence. And Heroic is readjusting back to the B bomb site, back to Xyp9x's position.
Xyp9x sneaking up, trying to use that smoke and the dry wall. Bit ambitious. Flash goes high, but they weren't caught out by it. They were not on an angle in which he had the advantage, and he drops immediately, bringing it back to a 4-on-4. Config's going to take the same position, though. They won't expect two to be there. Good damage done on the second player, having already taken down Stowen, but he needs to back off, and he has to go to the pistol and doing it. No time to reload. Tessis, damaged, will die. Blame gets the shot instead, and Config does well to catch out Cadian.
You're exactly right. The play from Xyp9x is extremely ambitious if his goal is to get kills, but there's a secondary goal there too, and that's information. He jumps up, and even though he goes down, he spots two players. He knows exactly what's coming. By the time Heroic's actually coming up the stairs to attack, the rest of Astralis is at the B bomb site. No access for Heroic, so even in a losing effort, Xyp9x provides the winning play. Right here. He even spots the bomb. That's Tessa's with it that kills him, so Astralis knows everything at that point. And look at the number of bodies that are there as Heroic tries to make their way in with the round timer dwindling away. Here comes a brawl. Glaive over the top. Farlig. Flashbang out. Got the first.
Gets the first, but he's in a very vulnerable position right now. That metal pillar is the only thing saving him because he can get spammed through the yellow tarping, and then it's a linear spot for Stowen, which he does eventually collect on. So it goes back to a 4-on-4. Tessis catches out Blame F. Glaive even tried to bait them around the corner, hook, line, and sinker on that one. And as he goes back out, he's removed. I don't know why you repeat that.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's a great call from Glaive. Maybe a little bit of frustration, maybe a little bit of heroics that he's attempting. But that's a tough fight to win, especially at the headshot angle.
Config's gonna do the same thing. Does fare better off and smartly doesn't go for any more than that, so he falls away. Look at Shush position.
Ooh, two backstabs going on, one for each team. This could be massive. Xyp9x waiting for the fallback. Shush as well, trying to clear things out. This is huge. This is huge. Xyp9x with the first. That's the bomb drop. Plenty of time on the clock for them to recover. It's down in a 1 versus 1. Shush is lurking ever closer behind Astralis, and Xyp9x not able to connect on a down. He runs the gauntlet. He gets away, and the B bomb site is wide open. Access is there.
Xyp9x is going to try and make his way that direction, but as you say, that other backstab still in play. He can get caught off from top side middle if he's not careful. He's beaten them to the window so far. Shush is slow, but he does arrive. And Config knows he's got to get aggressive. He's got to make this play work. It's first map point for whoever wins this round. Smoke still in place, couldn't catch out the planter, but he will take down Stowen when he does reveal himself. He's already passed the Molotov. They're gonna know it as well, but Shush plays the other side, the opposite side of where he was expected to peek from, and it catches out Config. It's 18 for Heroic.
That would have been massive. The flashbang tossed out for Config to get that first kill. It's actually blocked by one of the steel beams, so it actually doesn't blind Config whatsoever. That's what gives him the chance. Awkward round from Heroic. You gotta feel the, like, I'm so happy Shush eventually got a kill, because this flank was coming to fruition for like 45 seconds. He was taking his time across the whole map, and he was finally able to have that impact. One chance for Heroic to close out the map in the series.
Now started off with a bit of damage received as it hits Shush, the nade from B. Xyp9x once again is gonna put himself up on top of the wooden board above the stairs. Smoke to cover his position. He's going to redress that now. Excuse me, Flash has to fall off. I'm going to play every possible angle. That catwalk, oh, he could be shot through the floor. It's tough to see through on certain angles. I think he sees them instead, and he's, rather than shooting into the metal, he's just going to position himself, because that's a one-and-done position, even if he can boost. Pylon was blocking them. They have to know he's there. Yeah, that Molotov is going to force him way back.
Well, Farlig's found himself a kill towards the other side of the map, at the staging area of the A ramp. Glaive is aggressive. These forward stances from Glaive failed a number of times in regulation. He's backed off of it here. But him and Farlig still have deep angles, a lot of vision, a lot of information. So Astralis can be strong elsewhere. Farlig burning. Farlig's gonna go down. Glaive needs everything. He needs so much. He's not getting away. He's not getting away at all. Refresh is gonna take him down. blamef inside of the bomb site. Good trade with the HE nade. And we got overtime 2 on the cards, unless Stown and Cadian have something to say, but Config, this flank is brutal.
Stown desperate to get the headshot inside of the site. He does. He catches out blamef. Goes back because he knows the flank's in play. Bomb is down, 11 seconds. No chance he gets this. No time. He knows it as well. He's going to desperately run toward the site, because why wouldn't you? He might actually get this plant in, but Xyp9x, now he's too close. I was going to say, how dare, why would you even let him consider that? So
yeah,
we've got another overtime coming our way, Jason.
Yeah, we do. We do very much so. And I think that's the break music, so I think we're going to be heading to a break. Or not.
Just going to leave you on the edge there, Jason. You did it to yourself.
Okay, we're staying here. We're staying right here.
Every second, yeah.
Yeah, it was the music that really got me.
I got you. I know. So it's halftime.
I've been trained. I'm like Pavlov's dog. It's when that music comes,
you start salivating.
Salivating for a break.
Yes. Yeah, understood. Flash aggressively for Xyp9x. He's already in that same position again. This time it yields a kill rather than information. Rather than just utility exchange, the man advantage goes the way of Astralis. What an interesting series this has turned out to be.
Yeah, it has been. It's gotten real grimy at times. Leg shot onto, well, Farlig gets the leg shot onto Tess's. Glaive, he loves this fight. He's looking for it over and over again. Farlig not able to get it around the edge of the smoke. Very committed. 4-on-4. Tess's is extremely low. Utility's running low as well for Heroic. Look how much they've used just to get these positions and these advantages. 2 smokes, a flashbang, and a Molotov for the T side to use so far.
Glaive is getting a little bit more aggressive, considering it, timing it with utility. He's only good for 1. He gets the trade immediately to Stowen, but the nade from blamef catches that refresh, so it was really chuck everything at the ramp and hope for the best, and they come out one better for it.
It's a cool combination, obviously. Flashbang to activate Glaive for his peak, and then a nade immediately follows it up. So if Glaive's not able to get the kill, at least he's done the damage, and nade hopefully cleans up the kill. It's happened twice now in the past few rounds, so it's obviously working.
Cadian tagged through the wall. This is a power play, I think we could call it at this point in time, because they've pinched every possible angle. 16 seconds only, but they've equalized. Unaware, though, that Xyp9x was behind in the situation. Xyp9x will get both of the remaining kills, and Astralis will take the lead at 19. 21 is our winning score, Jason.
I'm gonna let you do this one. I'm gonna just leave you out there on a mountain all by yourself.
22 is the score.
There you go.
Jason.
Nice.
It's like I've never casted an overtime.
I was gonna say.
Come on, how do I know?
First 2 overtimes are easy. 3rd and 4 is like medium level difficulty. After 4, it's no man's land. Config and blame F and
What?
Okay, that's interesting. That was so quick.
Would have been sick if he hit that.
Yeah, that had to have scared the hell out of Config. I'm just gonna say that. Xyp9x taken down by Shush. He might have been shot from beneath anyways.
All right, this time the body. Let's see if you can redo the math. There's been a large debate going on Twitter, to say the least, Jason.
Of course there has been. Of course there has been. This angle for Farlig has been relatively hit or miss. I feel like the best I've seen him do here is 1-for-1, but he's been dropped a number of times by Molotov previously, spammed through smoke a couple of times. I don't think this has been as impactful as you'd like, but it does give him early information, early call to be able to rotate some players over, and he does have Glaive with utility, plenty of utility to hold off anything. Pretty decent nade. Tesses his chunk down to 72 HP. And that smoke is going to ruin Heroic's day, I think. Maybe not. Stown grabs Glaive through the smoke. Puts a lot of pressure on Farlig. I almost feel like he needs to take the opportunity while this smoke is up to actually try and escape. He's putting a lot of faith in that smoke. There's the pop flash. No getting away now, and he's spotted. Yeah, right through yellow. Stown's got that one as well. Blame F and Config. And they're on the other side of the map.
Could be level immediately.
Time is probably the only way Astralis can win this round.
He can drop the bomb on the way through. Spam for that reason. Blame F trying to do so. Refresh. He wants to go toward the default position. He's so low. A nade would do it, but it's not going to make it there in time. Blame F does get the shot late. They're going to go all through this. It's Config that's dead on arrival at this point in time. And the corner might get a request for a second CT in a situation like this, because Blame F is not long for this world. Surely, as he walks out and tests this, will find the headshot.
Oh, that's so tough. What a way to lose. Glaive killed through smoke by the ops. Down finds the second player, Farlig, through yellow as he just crosses the very narrow gap. Oh, that's completely blind. That's completely just taking the shot. That one as well, so fast. Down stepping up big for Heroic. We're all tied up at 19. Here we go. Config pushed up in middle. Stown on the other side of it. Blame F and Glaive to defend initially at the A-bomb site. Farlig put on mid duty to follow up on Config.
Shot from Config's now and gone. Blame F removed though, and Testis responds. So even though they went down early, they've got the advantage. They've got speed as well. As Farlig will try and shut that down. He's taken immediately back by Refresh, who then dies to Config. So they're trying to recover the situation, almost on the back foot of Astralis, giving up so much ground, and unaware Shush had made it on top of the rebar.
I feel like these fight selection from Astralis at the top of the A ramp that they've been doing throughout this whole game is like the quintessential live by the sword, die by the sword. Like, you know, you're win or losing based on that one fight, that position.
Xyp9x trying to be silent and get back into a position as well, walking in from lobby. That'll catch out Shush, down to a one-on-one. He's tagged to 39. Meanwhile, Cadian's hightailed it with the bomb. And I think Xyp9x is aware of it. No further activity, and aware of the possibility. It's high, spots Cadian, AWP, keep in mind, so even though he's tagged at 52, tough ask for Xyp9x, tries to flash him off. Oh, he's tagged him up, but Cadian, with enough vision, will find the shot, and Heroic take the lead at the half of overtime number 2.
Yeah, it's tough for Xyp9x to catch the head over the box as he's swinging in, looking everywhere on his monitor and just couldn't find it. 20-19, nice 2 versus 1 victory for Heroic. I was worried when they were splitting 1-for-1, or one and one on each side of the map in a 2v1. Good clutch from Cadian. Good round overall from Heroic, 20-19. Looking for 2 on this CT side, and it was excellent. I feel like Astralis towards the later stages of this T side in regulation really fell into a rut of these constant march up the ramp and execute. We're gonna do it again here. And I think Heroic knows what's coming.
Shot out, Cadian wins the first. Config found getting very aggressive.
Look at the Molotov is used to deny the routes that they've been running throughout this. Gives Cadian a real easy shot. He knows exactly where they can be. Denies them wide swinging on the AWP, and this is so close. This bomb site, there's no access in it. Xyp9x with a desperate spray.
AK, unaware there's two. He goes down surely. Tess is sitting in the corner. He's gonna walk out. Not the best work we've seen from Tessus so far this game. Glaive getting the kill back onto him, but completely surrounded and out of ammunition. That might have been a double had he have had bullets in the gun. Bit awkward. No bullets in either at that point.
It's once he starts shooting the Glock, he's like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. That's the dinner bell. That's the dinner bell. Here they come.
Yep.
21-19. Heroic, 2 more chances to close this out.
22 is the number, Jason. That's what I said.
All 2s. Yeah, this is Astralis offense in my mind has just got so one-dimensional on the T side here at Vertigo. Down the stretch. Heroic have made the correct reads. Fair play, they used the 3 timeouts we talked about in the first 10 rounds of the game, and we were curious if that was going to hurt them if they were to go deep into the second half, if they were to make it into overtime. And they haven't. They've been able to come up with all the answers. Great comeback on Overpass in the previous map. Another good small comeback here on Vertigo. Relatively small compared to map 2. Knocking on the door of an unlikely series victory. Astralis fighting to keep their head above water.
So deep gap to try and spot through that above the stairs. Cadian, meanwhile, wants to try and find a pick. On the ramp side, can't do it yet. Imagine Heroic pulled this series back. Not once, but twice. Don't think that's it well with Astralis, but Config is sitting in a lovely position. Again, though, just running around a corner where there's bound to be an enemy and pays the price for it.
Well, remember, that's how Astralis got onto series point initially, was Config making a play just like that and finding a triple kill. Weren't able to close it out. They go back to it here, just 1 for 1. Good recovery from Cadian. Xyp9x leaving the B bomb site now. Heading to join up with his teammates at the ramp. Cadian and Refresh, a timing push here. And they're gonna go down the ramp as well.
Shot Refresh, following it up, doubling the situation. They now have a man advantage, 36 seconds, and Cadian's gonna fall back knowing that there's no need to overextend. He has Stowen to protect him as well on the M4. Smokes to cover off bomb box, but they're not committing. Not yet, at least, because they want to clear out lane. Cadian's missed shot, and Glaive gets him through the wall. We're back level, and the smoke still sits on box. Do they expect a second in that position? Because Stowen is rendered useless at the back lines, but with 16 seconds, they don't consider it. Bomb hits the deck, and Glaive knows he's got to get a hustle on. He's going to pick it up. Does he have to? There's no way he's got time to get all the way to B. 8 seconds, this one's done.
Yeah, he was looking for the kill.
Just won this series. They've just won this series, and Shush will confirm it by way of a kill. What a comeback to win this one out against Astralis.
Yeah, you got to give him props there. That's some incredible stuff. That overtime comeback was incredible. Absolutely incredible. All starting with Shush, who's had a magnificent day. And look, a lot of talk about Heroic. We mentioned it as well. They seem to be knocking on the door of great LAN performances. This is the kind of win that builds confidence. A win on a day when you're not playing great. All props to Heroic. Astralis is going to have to review exactly how they played. We're going to head to a break. When we come back, we have the final series of the day. It's going to be Navi taking on EG. But first, the desk. We'll see you there.
Screw this. Better chill out. I'm in orbit.
Mate, I had a nice there. Blind bump. No way. Oh, he's jumping into it? What? Oh, Ravine is in the zone. I might go for it. Oh, it's not really in the zone. Secondary Ravine's in the zone.
Yeah, you can call it flamie ravine.
Okay, I'm heading.
Dude, I'm in orbit right now.
Okay, I'm going for a crazy plate.
But the scout was still over there, right?
Inside the building you're next to, by the way. Yeah, that's what I thought, yeah. Oh, I do see a guy over there. I'm going for that guy. This is spicy, this. Oh.
Looking at me. I knocked him once.
I am just going to say it right now. I'm just going to get right ahead of everything. Holy moly, red beans and ravioli.
There it is.
What a series on our hands, ladies and gents. I welcome you back to the 15th season of Pro League at the conclusion where Heroic grabbed this map, they grabbed this series, and they do it in OT. Now, of course, for Kassad, Yanko, and I, maybe we thought this one would have went a different way. Or maybe just me.
You have to, wonder, what kind of a fan are you right now? Are you,
Bandwagon
supporting
fan?
Heroic, you're going to be like, yeah, they did it, or just Astralis, how many rounds they need to actually close this one out?
I don't know about you, Kassad, but Trace, I'm a fan of good Counter-Strike, and that's what we got to experience in this series. Tremendous resilience from Heroic. We were wondering, and Astralis as well, we were wondering how they're going to, act, perform coming into the third map after allowing such a massive comeback from Heroic on the second map, and they didn't fall apart, safe to say.
Still the same problems follow them. They have the opening moves, they have everything going well, but then when they need to close it out, it's always the same problem. That's where it all stops. It's like somebody turns off the team speak or something happens with their communication and it all goes to hell. And just, Heroic just comes back and just takes it off.
And it's wild to consider. You have to think about, we talk about resilience with Ego. We talk about all the things that make a team last this long within a series, and for Heroic, a bounce back.
But just like Maui said in the green room, it all started with the Shush 1v3 on overpass.
On the last map, nonetheless.
It could have been over right then and there 2 hours ago,
but
he made it happen.
But Yanko, we all know what actually happened.
He believed, Trace.
He believed.
Hashtag.
We believed.
Yes.
Exactly, ladies and gentlemen. Point in case, I rest my case, Your Honor.
Yes.
No, to be completely honest, quite the matchup. We actually do have a decider right? It's been decided between the two of them, at least for what's going to happen towards the end of the group when things start to get a little bit hairy, as we'll call them on your side.
I mean, both teams are going to be fighting for playoffs still, regardless of this result. You know, it just sucks for Astralis that they didn't manage to close this one out. But you know, there's still 3 more games to go, and I believe they're going to manage to get into top 3 and, you know, advance to the playoffs.
Tell me more, Kasad. Sorry, I was just.
Well, I'm
Yeah, you got to keep your peripherals about you, all right? It's all about like everything in every direction.
Please tell me there's an interview or something.
There most likely is. That'll be Heku catching up with. Oh, well, what do you know? A little bird in my ear, aka the producer, has said that it's interview time.
Hi everybody, right now I'm joined by a legendary player turned coach Exist. Congratulations, this was a really intense series with overtimes. In the last 2 maps, like you were kind of like behind and then you kind of managed to make a comeback. Why did it take you like so many overtimes to actually close this whole series?
I would say it took some time for us to adapt to how they were playing. As CT, they were pushing a lot, they were using their utility a lot, right? And as T, they were just running around, creating chaos around the map. I really think we have to give a big thank you to Rasmus Beck, aka Shush. He really stepped up today with that 1-on-3, and after that we just felt that we really need to win this game.
Well, I already got to ask Kaden about Overpass, so I would like to ask you about Ancient, because you kind of had like a slow start, like when it comes to your city cycle. You had like some problems like stopping Astralis. Considering that there are actually like quite a lot of demos of them playing on Ancient, did they change their style?
Well, yeah, they have a new player in Far League, so I think they changed a little bit. But we know that Ancient is one of their best map, or it is their best map, so we're just happy that we could close it out on the other 2.
But what is the situation right now? Because like you are leading kind of like a Danish team, but you're a person like from Sweden. So like when you're taking timeouts, in which language are you actually communicating?
So I'm speaking English just so they understand 100% what I'm saying. They have a little bit trouble understanding my Swedish. But I understand 99% of what they're communicating in Danish, so I think it works fine.
I mean, yeah, we see like the result, like you managed to win like today in Astralis, but tomorrow you are going to play against EG. Do you think that's going to be like a hard series?
I mean, they have a really good lineup, some really good LAN players, major winners in that team. So, of course, there's no easy game here, and yeah, I think it's going to be a tough game, but I'm looking forward to it.
I mean, you also have like a major win on your side, so like, I think it's like kind of equal. But thank you very much, and I'll not delay you any longer because you're probably looking forward to get some lunch, right?
Yeah, that would be nice. Dinner.
Yeah, dinner is fun. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Don't worry, Exist. We get it, man. The series did go on long enough to think that it was still lunchtime, but now it actually being dinner time, we have a victor. We've got everything we need to know, at least between these 2 head-to-head, which sets us up nicely to take a look at the group standings as they lie. It's all kind of playing out right in front of us in real time, isn't it, Yanko?
Yeah, and this was a big one, Trace, right? The playoff implications, most definitely. Heroic remains undefeated in the group so far. Astralis falls down to the 1-1 category, but yeah, still a lot of Counter-Strike to be played.
Still a lot of it. Now, we look at some of the Counter-Strike going on a little bit further on. Navi, Evil Geniuses. Kasad, are you telling me right out of the spot right here that, like you said in the green room, Evil Geniuses will beat Navi 100%?
I never said that, and that will never happen.
There is upset potential in this matchup, Trace.
I don't think so.
Because Navi is playing with a stand-in.
Fair enough. And because we all want to believe that the Evil Geniuses, the little evil genius that could.
And look how good Astralis is playing, man. Like, maybe it wasn't, you know, the 2-0 against Astralis for EG may not be as terrible. They're playing good.
It's a litmus test. That's what they used to call it. Speaking of lit, that's us getting out of here. Not lit, but of course continuing the show on with that Navi EG game.
Opposite
and
lit.
there's some litness about that. Now it's going to be Paula and company taking over. It's been a day for us, so make sure you don't go anywhere. Stick around, get your lickies and chewies, head to the refrigerator, cold water, all that. Anything I could say to make Kasad stand here just a little bit longer. And do it.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Choose nades, choose a smoke, choose a flashbang. Choose team badges to support your favourite CSGO team. Choose an ESEA Premium membership. Choose routes you know bring in wins. Choose pro video tips. Choose the fan club wars. Choose behind the scenes content. Choose good grades. Choose guns you know you can shoot right. Choose bingo. Choose the equipment you know is going to get your team the win thanks to heat maps. Choose the CSGO Hub Premium, the complete package to help you and your squad achieve all your CSGO goals.
What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to ESL Pro League Season 15. Wowzers, the Danish derby certainly delivered, but we have one more best of 3 to go this evening. It's truly hashtag the night shift hours. It's going to be Navi versus EG. My name is Parla. I'm still joined by Blett and Maui Snake. Trace, YNK, and Cassard have gone home for some rest and relaxation. Boys, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. That game took quite a while to end, but that was a hell of a barn burner. And now I'm excited to see, you know, a really, really strong team facing off against this unknown team called Navi.
I've never even heard of them.
I know. Who are they?
Okay.
That's a cheeky one. That was a cheeky one.
Yeah.
Very good delivery as well, I must say, Blair.
Thank you, I tried.
I've sort of lost my bearings a little bit, Paula. We were supposed to start working
an hour back,
an hour and a half ago, something like that. But nobody cares about us. They're here for the Counter-Strike. They are probably...
I care about
pretty
you.
excited. You care about me, Blair?
I do.
Oh my God.
Not this guy.
Someone cares. Someone cares. That's all I ever wanted. That's all I ever wanted.
Bring it in, bring it in, bring it in.
That's all I ever wanted. Someone cares.
All right, so anyway, guys, Navi versus EG. And you know what? I think it's only right if we start off by getting to know this EG team a little bit better.
So EG decided to keep 2 players from their previous roster, that being Cirque and Breeze. And right now they're in the state of where they're just trying to prove that they are worthy of this level. And they added 3 players that I'm sure are extremely hungry to prove that they are actually capable of winning major titles, or maybe like winning something like a Cologne or a Katowice title, because they have such a history. And I really, really hope that they're actually on the same level, maybe like their hunger is on the same level, because something that might satisfy Cirque and something that might satisfy Breeze might not be something that will satisfy Stewie, you know, like a person who won the major, that won the Grand Slam. So I just really hope that everyone will be, in the end, really happy.
I think passion is one of the biggest driving factors in Counter-Strike. It goes for everybody, for all players, right? This is one of the things, if you are extremely accomplished and you feel like you've done it all, maybe you're there because it's a job as opposed to it's a pursuit that you want to be the best in the world. You've already been to the top of the mountain, you already know what that feels like. But I would say that these guys are still competitors, relatively young across the board for the team. And if they can refine that passion and that love and that willingness to compete and be one of the best, then you could see this team definitely reignite that fire. I think when you know that Valorant's in the wings and there's other distractions, that becomes a problem. But if you can block all that out and you can put CS as priority #1, I think the EG still have the pieces here to be a threat.
I think that at this moment, Cirque and Breeze are really not confident about themselves. They're not confident about their skill, because yeah, before the pandemic they were showing some great numbers, like Breeze was considered one of the best riflers, and then Cirque was doing really, really good when it comes like to the North American region, even though he's not from North America. But since then they didn't get the titles, and with the titles you put like a really big question mark next to your skill, like, am I actually good enough to even compete on this level? So like right now, with the help of 3 like really experienced players and with the help of a really experienced coach, I really hope that they'll bring back like the passion, they'll bring back like the love for the game, and also confidence in themselves.
Strangely, I haven't given up on Breeze and Cirque yet. They haven't been showing the level that I think that they're capable of, and I'm hoping that's part of the distractions of all the roster changes and the chopping and changing within the EG camp over the last couple of years. Hopefully, right, within a new team, Malik at the helm, they've got Stewie there to be the life of the party, bringing Automatic back from Valorant, and then obviously Rush, who has a wealth of experience as far as European Counter-Strike from his complexity stint go. If they can get along first and foremost, and then they can get back to the form that they used to show of all of these players. They're never going to be at the 100% of their peak days, right? But they could definitely, as a unit, get back to some good form. I think that they can be a scary North American roster, but how far they can really go, I think only time will tell.
I think just confidence within ourselves, we're missing that. I think that's a bump along the road with any brand new team. Once you're trying to figure out your own style, your own identity, it could take a hit in your confidence because you're so focused on how we're gonna play as a team and what's the right decision, what's the wrong decision. And that comes from playing with experience. And once you get these LAN vibes out of the way, the LAN jitters, and you know, once you really cement yourself into the game and really feel it out, and once everything flows naturally, I think that's where the confidence starts building. And every team, the best teams in the world, when they're the best, confidence is always flowing.
Great piece there, and I'd like to react to some of the things that Heku and Sponge mentioned. Let's start off with Heku. She believes that EG are still hungry. Do you guys believe the same?
I would like to believe they're still hungry, or else this entire experiment doesn't make any sense, right? You're talking about Audi coming back from Valorant. He looked good, I won't lie. You have Stu leaving Liquid after all the turmoil they had over there to form this new team to make it work. You have Cirque and Breeze who've been struggling all this while to finally find a little bit of success. And Rush as well, like Chad pointed out, he was in a complexity lineup with all the EU guys. So they've come together to try and make something of this. If there is no hunger, then what are they even doing?
I mean, Maui, there is that lingering question that Sponge mentioned, that perhaps Stu, Rush and Automatic don't have as much passion as they did in 2018.
Ooh, I mean, Sponge was being a little bit of a Breeze and Cirque apologist in that one, so I'm going to actually key in on that. I want to key on the fact that he says he still believes in Cirque, he believes in Breeze. I haven't seen anything to believe in Cirque for 6 months now. He looks better on a rifle than he does on an op half the time. And with Breeze, I will say that one thing that's nice about Breeze is that this graph right here is showing how both of these players are simply doing worse as the years progress. It's not too good for them, but Breeze looked pretty good in the first day of this group. And if Breeze can play better, and it's just 1 weak link on the team in Cirque, then I think that this EG team actually can work. But as we were seeing, all of these numbers are pointing to both of these players degrading in terms of performance over time.
Yeah, like for this team to have clicked, the first thing is the core of these two youngsters in the form of Breeze and Cirque both kind of being not just delivering, but consistently delivering, right? We saw signs of that from Breeze yesterday, as you pointed out there, Maui. And if you can see Cirque as well, kind of, I can't even say live up to a 2019 form. It has to be go all the way back, right, and show what he can really do with the AWP. He's still a very young player. We know what he can do. If these two can deliver, and as long as the other three pieces can just chip in a little bit, they can be a dangerous team.
So in that sense, then, this team does have scary potential. But the question is, can they realize it? If they are to realize it, how can they do that, Blair and Maui?
I would say that EG right now need to just get a lot better at some of the fundamentals of Counter-Strike. I think yesterday's showing was really poor in the sense that they were doing an awful job at trading. They barely,
T-side was...
It did not look very good on overpass at all. Vertigo even, they couldn't get up A ramp against Glaive. If you're not beating out Glaive, if you're not beating out a Farlig that's just being introduced to an Astralis lineup, I have no hopes for them to beat a Navi, even though this Navi team is hamstrung given the fact that they're playing with Head Trick instead of Boomich.
I mean, the fact that Malik's not with them right now obviously has to play in a factor as to why they are struggling. They did struggle a little bit yesterday, but even if, you know, with his absence, they must have done enough homework to not make some of the mistakes they did on the T side yesterday, for example, on Vertigo and Overpass. On neither of these two maps did they look good at all. However, that being said, maybe today we might see, even though it's going to be against Navi, I want to see them on a map they're maybe a little bit more comfortable on.
Whilst we're still on Evil Geniuses, let's check in with the only non-American player from that team. It's Cirque.
Hey everybody, right now I'm joined by Cirque from EG. Cirque, it's a pleasure to get to talk to you. I know that your team went through some big changes recently, and now you are being guided by Stewie. How would you compare him to the other GLs that you got to play with?
For Stewie, I could say that, in my opinion, he has more experience based on just playing with him, and I think he's more mid-round oriented, whereas before we didn't really have that voice. But I feel like right now he's very confident in his mid-round calls, and we're very confident in his mid-round calls. So I think it works pretty well for late round.
Yeah, like Stanislav seemed like a person who was like pretty calm, like pretty chill, and Stewie's like probably also like bringing up some hype, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, Stanislav was doing that as well. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, I think Jake is way more emotional, and yeah.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Shout out to Cirque. I miss that guy. Haven't seen him in person in a while, and I do hope that he can find his previous form. Guys, we're kind of pressed for time considering that Danish derby. Let's talk about Navi quickly. Of course, Head Trick standing in. An interesting best of 3 against csgo yesterday. 2-0, smashed them on Dust 2. But then we saw over 70 rounds on Mirage. Where do you think Navi stand right now?
Listen, they're the favorites here. There is not a shadow of a doubt, jokes aside. And we saw this on Dust 2 yesterday. There was a map pick coming in from Ego, and Navi made them look like fools. And Maui, you said this on the ride back to the studio. They're like, Navi have a tendency when they steamroll a team on the first map, they kind of take things a little easy in the second one.
Yeah, and the thing is for Navi in this game against EG, I have no doubts that Navi are the heavy favorites in this and will be taking this series. But it's just kind of like how cleanly do they do it? That's really the question for me. Can they maintain focus after winning what will probably be a decisive map 1, or are they going to let their foot off the gas like we saw against AGO? Because Navi just simply, it feels like that's kind of been a characteristic of them, even when we take it to a more longer approach. When we look at them for months on end, it's like the way they started this year was really questionable. The way that they played at Blast in those opening groups for spring, they barely made it through. They barely qualified for that. Katowice, not the best situation for them, but I want to see at Pro League a Navi that's focused even if you lose your IGL, because this is a team like G2 that even though you lose that one player, you have so much firepower. There's no reason you should be losing to teams in this group.
And you got to remember, they are the defending champions.
Yeah, going on from what you're saying, Maui, then, is it not critical for Headtrick to have insane performances?
We don't need to see Headtrick have an insane performance because Boomich never had an insane performance, or he rarely did. The one thing that Navi are going to be missing, of course, is the in-game leader aspect that Boomich brings to the team. But I really think that they have enough strong, cerebral players in the server, and they have Blade behind them who should be contributing enough to give them a solid game plan.
Blair, Maui, it's your favorite thing. It's the vetoes. Blair, do you want to run us through them?
Yeah, Vertigo Ancient, the usual bans here coming out. I was wondering where EG were going to be going with their map, because no matter what map they would pick, it looked like Navi. I mean, Navi clearly the better team. Navi going with Dust 2. They might as well, considering the 16-1 dropping they gave AGO just yesterday. Mirage is a decider. Again, going to be favoring Navi. Now, Overpass is the map where Navi have shown some weakness. There have been issues in the past, even with Boomich on the lineups. So maybe EG might be trying to punish them.
It'll be cool.
Is it possible that they can?
No, it's not going to happen. No, it's not going to. Maui, are you? Are you going to?
I'm not.
No?
I'm not going to take that.
No NA? No NA?
I'm not taking that question, Paul.
You're just leaving it in the air.
I've said my piece.
You're pussing out,
I've said my piece. I've said my piece. I don't think they get this.
I like the attempt, though. I like the fact that they're going for Overpass and they're like, all right, let's see what Navi's got. And hopefully their Overpass today is much better than what we saw yesterday.
Hopefully, Blair. I really just want to see someone else contribute other than Breeze. I want to see if Cirque can actually find some impact in the server, because right now he needs to do it. And if they want to make it a competitive series, you gotta have a solid opper.
It's the music, guys. You know what that means, that this match is ready to go. Navi versus EG. Let's have some fun.
Thank you so much, 5 Navi players, 7 evil geniuses. 2 of them are Jason and I, so thankfully it's not a 7 on 5 in that regard, but we are
might need to be
through this one. It might need to be. They might need a little bit of help in this one. I definitely say they are the underdogs.
Oh yeah, that's going a long way. This could be interesting to see how this plays out. I think everyone in the world, obviously definitely the NA fans, but just anyone would love to see this EG team be competitive here against Navi, but such a tough task. Best team in the world, even with the stand-in. I don't think that's going to be enough for EG to be able to overcome them. Dualies on Perfecto and Simple. Matt, you nervous?
Oh, nervous that the dualies are deadly or they're dumb.
Nice.
I think they're not going to do anything. Simple has watermelon on his, though, and everyone loves watermelon on a nice sunny day, such as it is right now in the server.
Seedless as well?
Are they seedless? No, there's seeds all over them.
I meant everybody loves seedless watermelon.
It's not real, then.
Oh, it is. All right.
Take the seeds out yourself, you lazy guy.
That's so many seeds. Here we go. Down the stairs is EG's attack. They saw nothing, just making sure there's no forward defense. They'd like to just drop down to this B-bomb site. Set piece coming in. Door's going to be open a little bit late. Electronic with a bit of a block. Nade is out. It's a bit early. No one from EG is there. Simple's going to have a fast flank, but now EG entering into the bomb site. Oh, there's Perfecto. Dualies ring out. A nice little headshot. Turns around, finds Rush as well. That's not even putting Simple into play just yet. Actually, excuse me, he's been taken down on the flank. So 3-on-2. Automatic is able to find Electronic, who's well overexposed. Bit over the top. Dualies picked up by Stu. He can't do anything. And the bomb, I think, is dropped in the most unfortunate position for Automatic.
Tippity taps from Automatic as he knows they're both in front of him. He's got one down already, tries to change his angle. Glock, far more ammunition in the mag than that of the USP. Spots the flash going high and avoids that swiftly but can't get the headshot onto Headtrick, who puts him down and gives Navi the round. Headtrick obviously here standing in for that of Boomich.
Our boy Boomich.
Big bad boom.
Just around to Navi.
Poor guys had it rough with the COVID.
Yeah. Speedy recovery.
Absolutely. Yeah, now you go back to Katowice as well, which, yeah, unfortunately he had to sit out for a few games there. Played from the hotel, mind you, so still was able to be a part of those games, but it made things a bit questionable for them in the group stage there. And now we see them back here on Pro League. Yesterday, winning their opening series. It took them a number of rounds on the second map, despite winning 16-1 on the first. And they'll not want to give too much away to EG early, so a good pistol one.
I'll tell you what, though. I mean, it's obviously unfortunate in a larger sense that Boomich is having to sit this out. But it's been cool seeing a bunch of these EU teams having to be forced to kind of wield stand-ins at some of these events and pulling them up from like the junior and the academy teams.
It's
Navi
the first time
from Navi Junior. Obviously, Mouse Sports pulling up in a bunch of players. There's plenty more examples out there.
Yeah, and it's the first time in a long time that the academy programs have actually been fruitful in that regard, because they've always been there, but it's pretty rare we used to see stand-ins and people doing that. We're seeing it a lot more frequently, partly due to the online era, certainly due to COVID, unfortunately. Also this COVID, but it is cool to see the young talent.
The scene in EU is just so deep.
And I know that a lot of the casters say that the people that are fortunate enough to cast WePlay and see some of this talent, they see how good they are in those servers, and they've even questioned, we're gonna watch Bit here try and go for a flank. This could be great timing. MP9 gets one, needs to get away. Oh, Simple saved him. Caught out Stewie, who I think was actually gonna be hot on his heels heading back down the stairway, so that's a lovely kill to find for Simple. Puts Breeze in that direction, but he's not done there, and Headtrick finds Cirque, so they control it with all 5 staying alive. Not even any damage done, actually, by EG. But the casters have often said at WePlay, they see all this skill, and it looks magnificent, but they aren't sure that it translates to Tier 1. Well, now you're seeing it more frequently. Monacy comes in, he's looking excellent. You're seeing Headtrick now, again, early in this game, but holding his own. You're starting to see that the depth is developing.
It also helps a lot to be a player like Headtrick or someone from like an academy team kind of get pulled up and play within a squad of a 4-man team that's been in the, it's much easier to perform at Tier 1 when you have the teammates
no
who are,
But either way, if you're going to get called up, as opposed to the entire roster making it through, if you're going to get called up to the squad, it's nice to see they can hold their own.
All right, 3rd round bye from EG. Stewie back to the Deagle. He had the Hero AK-47 in the previous round. Netted them nothing. 3 SMGs on the Navi side. So kind of what we'd term a bonus round. See if they can get some extra bonus money with the SMG. Free upgrade to a rifle if they're to win it. Unfortunately for Bit, Cirque's going to find the initial headshot. 5-on-4 for EG as they're starting to take map control stairs. Or there's the middle of the map they control, the passage between both bomb sites. Here's a risk with these SMGs. Smoke's gonna fade. Automatic looking for this push. Good angle, good fight, but can't find the second. Navi's happy with that. AK-47 picked up from Electronic. Over to the A bomb site we go. EG starting to progress forward. Still just the Deagle on Stewie and 2 defenders, Headtrick and Simple, ready and waiting with rifles. Flashes out, Simple. At the truck, Headtrick's gonna get the first. They can't clear out his position. He's all alone. Breeze, wide angle, can't control it. Good headshot. Stewie stepping up with the Deagle, and he finally gets it done. 1 versus 2 for Electronic, who's coming all the way from the B bomb site.
Takes 3 men to take down Simple, and he does damage onto the last one as well. And Stewie, Cirque still holding onto the AK-47. Electronic takes his time. He's got time to work with. Has a kit to play with. Has an incendiary and a smoke as well. Smoke being the last of which was equipped. He's also picked up an HE grenade, but I don't think at this point that's going to matter. Oh, I say that. I thought he was going to... Yeah, that's the problem. I thought he was going to clear the site a little bit further first, because although he wants to bounce toward the garden, he gives himself up to Stewie having thrown that nade.
That's a great win for EG. I mean, just nothing crazy. No one doing anything all that nuts. Nothing crazy tactically. Just handling business against 3 SMGs. Did get a little bit close, down to just 2 players, and Navi's going to buy back up into this round, the virtue of the bonus round. FAMAS on Electronic, FAMAS on Perfecto as well, op in the hands of Simple. So powerful loadout for Navi in this game, or in this round, excuse me. Was aggressive, turned from the flash. Gotta find a timing to back away safely.
Out, automatic wins that exchange. Electronic goes down, so EG starting to get a bit of footing in this matchup. Timmy with 5. Little Timmy with 5 kills.
Yeah, he had that nice pistol round, and they weren't able to convert. Back-to-back opening kills for EG. 3 players at the B bomb site. There hasn't been a whole lot of pressure applied to Bathroom, so Bit is more than content to just tell everyone to chill and stay over there. He might change his mind pretty soon. EG is going to readjust. They're going to back all the way around, meet up with the players coming up the stairs. And Bit's on an island. He battles until his death in this position. Only escape is to kill everything in his path.
Kill them all.
There's the first. Cirque goes down, slow peeking the angle. Oh, he spins. They almost line up for him. But Bit has found the equalizer, and now you got to deal with Simple's op.
Automatic's still going to try and get closer. He'll be handed a gun, a rifle from his teammate. Throwing back his direction. Simple. AWP forced out. You're absolutely right, though. Hard to deal with timing. Thought for sure he was going to be ready for it. Can't swing fast enough. Automatic steps wide. He's having an excellent start to this matchup, and it's starting to be a factor as Stewie is also going to find Perfecto. Low HP, though, for Automatic, and that's easily enough dealt with as Perfecto gets one more kill, and therefore Navi get the round.
Yeah, they do. Not able to save the op, though. Perfecto couldn't find it in time. Couldn't see where it fell. That's a tough round for Navi to win. It's good for them to come out on top, but unfortunately, EG, that one's going to slip away from them. Good Molotov towards Truck, forced Simple into an awkward situation. This was the battle that was really tough. Bit being very difficult to clear out of that position, and as time runs down, Perfecto's able to hold on. Double kill at the end, 3-1 for Navi. Back to pistols for EG.
Back to pistols and broken down. Having had a chance to make it a 2-2 scoreline. They fall shy of it. Rush. Not Rush Lee. Not a man speaking to future pros. A pro in his own right. Dead now, of course.
Dead now. Good build-up, though.
Electronic with the MP9 makes short work of him. Stepping around the corner. Breezy will inherit the bomb, and Simple on top of the site will check long, but they're going back down toward where Electronic found their teammate. He's got to swap to the pistol, but he did sufficient damage to collect. In fact, head trick comes over to collect that kill instead as Simple finds 2 in front of the bathrooms.
How many times do you think you're going to call him hat trick this game? A
lot.
As a hockey connoisseur.
Yeah, a lot. We need the Gordie Howe hat trick.
What's the over-under?
The over-under?
7? 6?
9?
9.
14 every round. we need a Gordie Howe hat trick from him.
That's a Gordie Howe hat trick.
Goal, assist, and a fight.
Okay, that's fair play.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that.
Not bad. Red Wings. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's your neck of the woods.
They are the best team ever.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that.
Breeze takes some damage down to 53 HP. Quick flash over Monster, maybe to just try and see if they can make one of the defenders a little nervous, see if they can pull out some early utility in response. That doesn't happen, so Stewie's going to creep up close in towards Monster. He's going to get activated. Molotov comes in. Perfecto smoke ready to put it out. Counter flash is dropped, but Perfecto doesn't feel enough danger to have to evacuate, and EG's going to be content with forcing the utility out. No real control on the other side of the map. They're just looking for pushes at the moment. Boost up on sandbags. Automatic goes down. Stewie, he comes next. Is he going to be prepared for Electronic? The answer is no. He thought maybe Simple was just boosted up. Spam comes in, but not enough to take down Electronic, and a 5-on-3 for Navi's defense.
Rush trying to do a little bit of damage toward the Flames. Won't be able to do so. Electronic's going to push up instead. Perfecto holds off the Gooch side of the map, inside of the sights. And it will be both approaches covered off. Gotta love this little slide position. Dropping in, gives away the game. He's going to sneak down, and Electronic uses it to perfection from Perfecto's bait.
A lot of SMG kills coming out for Navi, and even upgrading into the rifles. Their money is just ballooned at the moment. 4-round lead, and they rich. They real rich. And Evil Geniuses have not yet been able to get the bomb planted. That round, they couldn't even smell the bomb site. Navi shut them down before they could really make any meaningful steps towards it. 6 kills on Automatic, 4 on Stewie. Still early going. 7 kills on Electronic for Navi, 6 on Simple and Head Trick apiece.
Electronic checking out the tunnel position. Bit Bathrooms trying to hold off with the FAMAS. It's Rush and Stewie that had that direction with the pistols. Deagle in hand for the former, and Bit's gonna have to be certainly ready. I do love that the FAMAS getting some action, because it's often overlooked of the budget rifles.
No need to drop it if
speak.
Yeah, no need to drop it if no one's gonna take it out of your hands.
Oh, absolutely. Don't overinvest. Keep it rolling. You know you're up against pistols still for sure.
No utility for EG, so they don't really have anything to close the gap. They're hoping for a fortunate Deagle shot, maybe get one of those Tech 9s activated, take some attention away, force someone from Navi to overpeak, attempting to swing for the kill. Just like that, but the Molotov is keeping them at bay for the moment. Simple happy to take these fights. Bit is now going to push up. That's the bomb on Cirque, so regardless of what happens at the A bomb site, now that he's dropped, it is, I mean, not impossible, but exceedingly difficult.
Exceedingly difficult. Most kills for Head Trick so far, so doing well indeed. Perfecto's gonna burrow rush from the grave as, actually, I take that back. It was Bit that went down beforehand, so gets the kill clean. 6-1 Navi. Good start. More in line with what they would hope to be doing in this series, and again for EG, it's gonna be a tough ask in this tournament, I think, with this roster being relatively inexperienced together still, despite having, obviously, an old Cloud9 core.
Yeah, this roster just has had, when it came together, so many ifs. You know, with the players coming back, Rush and Automatic from Valorant. Obviously, Cirque and Breeze, the guys on the desk, did a great job outlining the past 3 years of play from performance from those guys has just been a downward trajectory. There's a lot of ifs if these guys can turn this all around and rebound in an effective way. At the moment, we haven't seen it, but probably going to take a bit more time to get to that point. All back in the hands of Simple. Thankfully, in the previous round, EG, they get 3 kills, so it's nothing crazy. It's nothing, no reason to celebrate, no reason to break out the champagne, but at least you've dug into the economy a minimal amount. I'm looking for silver linings.
Yeah, whatever works. It's gonna get the job done for you, Jason.
Glass half full kind of guy.
Perfecto. Nothing through the other side of the wall to catch those bullets as they come through Stray. Simple. Gonna go for this, absolutely. Be aware of Stewie's position, though, because he's actually forward of the fence. The X-ray could have been misleading you. Absolutely not. He has the right position to catch Simple's peak in that position. Stewie's gonna get Perfecto through the smoke as well, so the Criminal getting 2 on the B site. This will certainly set up EG well with a minute to play with, and the map at their leisure at this point in time.
Well, Navi's already calling for a gamble stack and rotation in a 3 versus 5. Rotate around to the A bomb site. Bit's gonna get aggressive, see what he can find. If he keeps pushing forward, if he dies, obviously EG's hit the pause button here. That might be the indication. EG might give them like the idea that maybe the 2 remaining defenders have slid over to the B bomb site. This could pull them towards A. 36 seconds.
I think they're going in on the fact that Breeze is also checking long on that and not making any further contact. So yeah.
The question is when Automatic steps forward. You could see Rush and Automatic are both in positions to test either one of the bomb sites. So this is exactly what they're doing. They're going to hunt. They're going to try and find out. There's the smoke at the A bomb site. Nobody's moved from the Navi side, so it's just got to be individual heroics from Electronic at this point, and the smoke blocking them off means time to back away.
Yeah, they're going to go over toward B instead. I thought Rush would just Hail Mary it inside the site for the information, given that he only has the 8 HP. So bomb goes down on B. Hat Trick will at least... There it is again.
That's 2.
Head Trick will at least get 1 more kill, and they'll grab an AK for their troubles, but the round gone. EG find their 2nd in the game. Maybe that's the key. It's, you know, every time I say hat trick, they're going to get a round.
Okay. Does that happen the first time around as well?
No, it didn't.
Okay.
But I'm trying to make it seem cool that I'm doing this.
Yeah, it was a good theory while it lasted. So 4-round lead now for Navi. One of the teams, obviously, we expect to go through this Group D. I mean, look, if we're honest, you know, I know Astralis is, you mentioned kind of a fringe team, and I think coming into it, there was maybe a chance depending on how they would have looked. But I think how we've seen them in the first 2 days of the group, I don't think you could imagine anyone rather than Heroic, Astralis, and Navi moving out of this group.
That's exactly it. I think if you look at the six, EGO maybe could have been the upset team for.
They needed that win. They needed that win over. Well, either of them really.
Yeah,
they needed that win over Navi, I think.
Yeah, I can't see it when you look at how like, I get what they're saying, that Astralis is kind of an unproven roster right now and that it's been a little shaky, but, you know, Complexity, EG, both very unproven, not a lot of playtime beneath them with these new projects. Complexity, I'm going to say it, as much as I love the organization, love Jason Lake, I don't have a ton of faith in that roster, but maybe I could be proven wrong, right? I'm not saying give up, boys, pack it in. Look, you're just going to have to work very hard to get to that point. And yeah, AGO's more of an outsider to me than even Astralis, so I think you're right. It has to be those three that go through this group. But as we saw in previous groups, it hasn't exactly been predictable.
No way.
That doesn't touch him. That's ridiculous. If that was me, all the flames would go to me. Just straight to me, and I'd die within a second.
Rush is so upset right now. That's got to be so frustrating, and what great control that Bit has now. EG's got to be a little bit nervous. The bomb is dropped above the ladder. Automatic's gonna, you know, be put on notice coming back to retrieve that. Eating some time off the clock, 37 seconds. Bit and Electronic basically both in the door in the staircase. They don't even really need to defend the B bomb site. Head Trick is going to keep space. Simple with the op. Falls back towards Bank. Perfecto is here as well.
Simple trying to play the same position. Capitalize by being unexpected in that situation. He's going to go out and just get aggressive early on. Head Trick down, Perfecto falls as well. Stewie finding kills. Simple's going to respond, but Surt finally getting one going with the AWP. He's bested by none other than Simple. 7-2, Navi have quite the lead.
I think that was a missed Molotov as well. We saw it earlier cause a lot of stress for Simple playing behind the truck. I think this time it just bounces off the front of it and lands there. I think it actually forced Head Trick out before he wanted to, but it still missed the position to flush the Opper into the open, which might have been the more important kill. Yeah, Simple's got a clear line of sight, and indeed it did force, that was, excuse me, I think Perfecto who was the one who jumped out. Simple's able to close things out at the end.
We used to talk early on about the incandescence of flame, and at certain angles, obviously, if it's slightly elevated, it can block vision, but everyone's got the graphic settings now where the smoke pluming from it doesn't affect anymore. So yeah, easy for Stewie to fire through that. No excuse at this point to not have a config that, there you go, straight through the flames, easy to see. Formerly, if you have like settings super high, you wouldn't see through that, but yeah, at this point in CS, there's lots of tricks around things like that.
Breeze and Automatic waiting outside of Monster. Cirque is there in support with Utility.
I've actually got Hugo's config because I'm on the PC he was on last week.
Nice. How's that treating you?
It's not bad. You know, caps lock to switch between right and left-handed so he can line up some smokes. And
I have Maui's, and he's got an abomination of a crosshair.
Oh, to be fair, Hugo's is bad, but it was set for 4x3 stretched, and I've gone back to native, so it's compressed it. So I don't think it's actually as bad as it looks. Because if it is Hugo, man, we gotta have talk. We gotta chat. Right now, there's not much chatting going on the B side. It's just killing. Shoot first, ask questions later. Cirque's not going to have an answer for it. He does find 2, but that's all he could get, and it is now an 8th for Navi.
8th for Navi. Looking good. 6-round lead. EG not able to string 2 together. 10 rounds in, and it's looking grim. They took a timeout earlier that didn't really net them a whole lot. They got money for another buy, and they're going to go for it. But this slow-paced style that EG is kind of opening up with is getting picked apart. We'll see if they change the pace, if they change anything about it moving forward. Good job from Head Trick. And here we go, Simple, this time with the op. I thought he would peek down. That's 2 rounds Bit's been able to find the opening kill in the stairs. This time I thought Simple would go for an aggressive peek and maybe surprise him, but Rush and Stewie both combining to take control of this. Breeze is gonna back away. So Bit has full information of Fountain that nobody's there. They could be in playground, he's not sure. But Navi's going to be confident in rotating Simple back from the A bomb site over towards B. Bit's going to back away towards Long and just keep his eyes peeled for information. This time, no default based map control for EG. Right out of the gate, all 5 heading towards this B bomb site set piece. Breeze and Automatic coming through. Monster, Rush, Stewie up sandbags. Cirque trailing a little bit late. They have the bomb site, but can they get anything done? Breezy inside of the site behind the flames, spamming through. Perfecto waiting for his moment. Good flashbang in, but can EG get anything out of it? They can. They find Perfecto, but not Head Trick. Eventually he's traded, and there's Simple's op. 2 on 3, Breezy and Rush in the post plant.
Simple, one more, takes Cirque. Gonna look for another, he's got lots of time, thankfully, because Rush was busy taking down Electronic. That gives Bit a chance to trade and doesn't even need to. Simple stays alive on this as well. 12 kills now for him. 13, Head Trick leading the way. Go, Gadget, Head Trick. Don't know what the connection is to Dr. Gadget, but 9-2, nonetheless.
I think Inspector Gadget references are...
Inspector, that's it.
Yeah. I think there's always a good time for him.
That's a good song. That's one of the best theme songs.
It's an iconic jingle, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got to be one of the best theme songs.
All smiles for Navi as they get out to a quick 7-round lead, 9-2.
Inspector Gadget. All the kids in chat are probably like, who? What? It's like when your parents reference cartoons and you're like, what are you talking about? Never heard of that.
Nobody's remade Inspector Gadget quite yet. It'll come.
There was already a remake in our lifetime. And like,
ooh,
not bad. Yeah, they made the full movie after the cartoon series, the real action. Oh my god, he found Cirque above the rock as well. Simple is just so damn accurate. Breeze will at least finally get the kill in return, but he then has to deal and contend with the fact that Bit is flashed in by Head Trick and gets the kill in that regard to make it now just 2 remaining. Oh, bad timing for Electronic to look away.
Yeah, either way, this is going to be so brutal. EG, they have to come back and get the bomb, right? The bomb's dropped at the long rock. They have 2 smokes. They've got no flashbangs to clear anything out, and all 3 players from Navi are going to be here. 1 at tree. Head Trick's going to be basically the bicycle position. And Perfecto coming up as well. Just to watch bathrooms. I don't know how you break into this if you're EG. 40 seconds for them to figure it out.
Good crossfire set, no chance. Burning and absolutely removed. They walked out of the bathrooms and realized that there was much stinkier poo outside of it.
Yeah, even Bit was pushed up all the way. He had the deep angle towards Fountain Playground. He's just like, look, they ain't coming this way. Just keep an eye on bathroom. That's a brutal crossfire. A really, really rough start to the round. The double kill from Simple. The follow-up flash peek from Bit. Absolutely beautiful. 8-round lead now. Navi running away with it.
Bit's gonna run away with it this time. Run away all the way to the playground. He wants his turn on the swing. Do you ever have that problem? Someone takes the swing and you're like, hey, I want a turn. Get off.
Everyone had that problem at some point in life.
Unless you were the big bully and then you just take the swing.
Nice shooting from Bit. Double kill for him. Here comes Rush's Tech 9, but doesn't want to challenge a door. Another man advantage round for Navi early on. Automatic Rush and Stewie start working their way towards the A bomb site. Not a lot of hope in this hit, though. I mean, Navi's even rotated 3 players here. Electronic, Simple, and Head Trick ready to battle. Perfecto from Graffiti just keeping an eye on the B bomb site, but they'll play retake if need be. 45 seconds. Utility being spent. Let's see what Automatic, he needs a perfect entry for his team, and it's not going to happen. It's negated by a flashbang. 35 seconds now. It's Rush's turn. Playing Gladiator. And dropped by Simple. Stewie, the last one left.
Last one left, but he doesn't want to get down without a fight. He continues to tap. Good damage on his Simple. Simple's not going to be willing to relinquish the position without baiting him toward his teammate, and Perfecto's had enough of that. If you ain't going to go Electronic, I am. 11-2. This is, yeah, a lot quicker than our last series, Jason.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah. maybe there's another comeback in store for us here on Everbest.
Not that I don't want to see good Counter-Strike, but let's not, you know, cast our curse.
Hold the phone
and let's relax a little bit.
I think the problem for EG right now is just the initial contact is, I mean, a lot of opening kills for Navi just outright, but also a lot of those opening exchanges, 2-for-1s. Multi-kill on the initial contact.
As you said.
Yeah, the twofers.
Picking up a twofer is a little bit different in Canada. It's 24, not 2.
That's weird.
2-4. You gonna get a 2-4?
It's twofer.
Let's go pick up a twofer. Come on over, bud. Tell me where you're at, and I'll come to where you're 2.
It's a weird people over there, up there. Simple's got the opening kill right through the edge of the concrete. Again, another opening frag for Navi's side.
Rush sneaking up to the top side of the stairs. No one outside of the doorway. He'll hold position for a moment and allow his teammates to try and go to work. Cirque needs to find work. They highlighted the graph of the 2 core remaining players from this team, Breeze and Cirque. And Cirque, Breeze yesterday didn't look too bad. Okay, I'll say yesterday I actually liked the way that he played. Cirque for me used to be just this young stud that came out of nowhere, took a huge chance. He's been in America now for 4 or 5 years. Was the cornerstone of the team. Breeze didn't get all of his credit at the time, to be fair. He was often overshadowed just due to his quiet personality. But Cirque's disappeared. They both have statistically, but I think Breezy yesterday showed signs of it. Cirque, I want to see that flash. I want to see that flare again.
Both trying to come back into it. It has been a tough go for them to find their swagger, find their feel again.
I mean, it's been tough because they haven't had a solid roster.
Oh, Simple needs to protect Bit. I don't know if he's going to be, I don't know if it's even possible. Bit has no idea what's about to come. He's going to get the first, thankfully, but there's no chance he was going to be able to build upon that. Simple forced away. Good trade, important trade. You called his name from Cirque. He needs more, though. He needs more. It's a 2-on-3. The bomb's not planted. 8 seconds left on the clock. Now he's all alone. Good shot. Here's the flash. Here's the flash, but he can't land.
That was a tough one to go for the jump. He made such a great shot on the second follow-up, but absolutely, flash was too quick, and it's 12-2 as we reach round 15 in this series. Navi doesn't even look like they're out of the deathmatch server yet. They're just kind of relaxing. Electronic in the middle is like, are we live?
Funnily enough, I mean, I guess it's not really anything huge to talk about because they've never really been close to winning any of these rounds, but EG's been able to I mean, the economy for Navi has been pretty low for some time now just by virtue of EG getting them down to 2 players alive consistently, just never truly in a position to actually win the round. They've gotten 2 bomb plants in this half so far.
Simple fires this time and makes no mistake. It was through Monster where Stewie caught him off last time, but Automatic is already up the Monster tunnel this time, and Perfecto not ready. Bit, a response will take down Stewie as Simple holds from Sandbags the reverse angle, and just the thought of that for Automatic is enough to completely overlook the second man inside of the site. Cirque will get head trick down, however. Electronic from heaven, and Simple's gone missing in all of this.
He's chilling.
He's chilling. He's gone back through the smoke. He's like, I can go Sandbags. I can go back to the door. Maybe I'll swing Monster. Bomb is inside of the site, though. Rush is in no rush. He tries to sneak through the site. Bit's going to close him down. 13-2. Navi have a master class of a lead on the first half of Overpass.
Alright, so I trash talk people in League of Legends to relieve my stress. That's APOC, I hope. I think. I have a black belt in Taekwondo.
We're gonna go with Frozen.
Yeah.
He seems like the silent but deadly type.
Yeah, he'll take us out. And then I measure my monitor with my mouse. The res.
Res?
Yeah.
Res.
No reason.
No reason. Our last 2 guesses.
And by process of elimination, I play with the monitor tilted.
APOC. No, not APOC. Which one is it? Crad?
Yeah. Crad.
Crad. I'm gonna look this up after. Make sure we're right.
Fact check.
Yeah.
The answers are Crad has the black belt in Taekwondo.
Oh, we're off. From that point on, we're fucked. Everything's off.
So you would have frozen trash talk people in League of Legends.
Oh, we got it all wrong. It's okay.
APOC does play with his monitor too.
Oh yeah, we got one.
We got one. We're not here for the answers. We're here for the
You changed that to Crad in the end.
Yeah.
APOC to Crad. But you did get Rez measures his monitor with his mouse. That's correct.
All right.
2 out of 4. That's not bad.
That's 1 out of 4, isn't it?
1 out of 4. Yeah.
Oh, 1 out of 4. That's not bad.
We worked 2 out of 4 then. All right. 25%. It's not a passing grade.
Looking cool. What rhymes with 13-2? Looking like it's easy work to do. That was a bit too cheesy, Jason. Look, I'm losing my edge, all right? Not that I even have one anymore. They're pretty close to winning this game, though.
Yeah, they are. Nice, easy.
Thanks for bailing me out there, bud.
Nice, easy 3 rounds away from victory. Oh, that's a good start. Cirque doesn't even get a chance to respond in any way, and as brainstem has been removed.
Basilisk fracture.
Oh, that's filthy.
Should have wore Han's device.
Rush up top.
Don't mind me.
No, I'm not.
I figured, but I just thought I'd let you know.
Well, small mistake from Navi here maybe not the first time, but, you know, I don't think it's going to cost them too much, but smoke misses towards Heaven. Now, that could play an impact if they can't get into this bomb site before the rotations get back, because now Heaven's going to be clear. Now they'll have a line of sight. Bomb being planted. And here we go, 4-on-5 retake. There's a kit in the hands of Rush.
Interesting call from Rush. Obviously, smoke misses. He could have stayed in Heaven, but he likes to drop down, telling them that, hey, if you're rotating, you can use this position. I'll fortify the site itself. That's going to put 4 of them on the ramp. Rush being the one to get head trick. Simple and Perfecto left in a 2 versus 3 bomb. Is tapped, it's held. They need to get around that corner quickly. Simple's gonna find the first. Are they aware of the defuse? They are now! And he's gonna go in with a knife, go swinging. He's not gonna be dinging though, as Rush is taken out from behind by Simple.
That was actually pretty sketchy for a second there for Navi.
Yeah.
That 2-on-3, Simple kind of tucked into the corner right by Monster. I thought there's a world in which Rush just sticks that. In fact, I think that was really the only option, was just to sit in that smoke and go for it. Simple, just very casual. Smile on his face, chatting, having a good time. Good kill on automatic. Perfecto able to find Stewie as well. Tough times for EG. They're getting battered at the moment. It's a 12-round lead for Navi.
Cirque's gonna fall off the angle using Scout. Were you ever in Scouts?
Yeah.
Were you?
Yeah, for just a quick minute.
I was as well. My brother went all the way to Chief Scout, which I think is Eagle Scout for you guys. Looks good on a resume, I'm told, but I did not.
I don't think it looks as good anymore, but yeah. For a time I heard the same rumor.
No one I'd rather go camping with.
Yep.
That guy will save my life.
Well, just marching up to the A bomb site, 5-on-4. Circa's gone down again. Ooh, nice find from Automatic. Electronic a little bit lazy in his clear. Rush can't get anything done, so now Navi has the information. One's out towards long. Not too much of a concern at this point just yet. They know Automatic's going to have to play it passively until the rest of EG is ready to go for the retake. Bomb's going to be planted. There's a flanker flanking the flanker.
Flank the flank. Walk the damn plank. Automatic's gonna get cut out by Perfecto in this situation. As Bit's gonna hold his nerve in behind the truck. Just Stewie and Breeze left.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say, I think the only thing you really do in this situation is save. There's no reason to really go for that. Such a low percentage retake, but I think just at the virtue of 2-14, it's like, why not?
And
go with the Hail Mary.
You don't have a lot of investment in the round. Sure, you could justify some of the armor, but Deagle again for Rush. We are on map point already on this map number 1. And I say numero uno, Jason, because it is a best of 3. And if I'm not mistaken, it's Dust 2 that comes up next, which is actually Navi's map pick.
Well then, that's something, isn't it?
Ain't that something?
That'll be fun. I mean, Navi look like they're on point in terms of skill at the moment. Everyone's doubling up. Everyone's getting real crisp headshots. Dust 2 could be a great time to make a frag movie.
What would you call that frag movie?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know. I'd have to see the frags first, and then I'll let you know.
Our producer says the death of EG, the frag movie. Yeah.
Grim.
If it was my frag movie, they'd call it Spray Away the...
Yeah.
You know.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Spray Away the bullets, because I miss every shot, is what they'd call it.
You do. It's okay, though. You look good while doing it. Perfecto, this time the opening kill on a Breezy. And Bit's going to step up, 17 and 10 on him. Navi looking for a... We're going to get to an early bedtime. Very quiet on the map with 40 seconds remaining.
Probably very quiet in the EG stable as well right now. I can't imagine there's much to talk about.
No, it's probably not a great time over there.
Oh, Stewie, that's so unfortunate. He had the right intentions. Gets tagged up, and then he's just like, ah, well, I'm done. Everyone's around me.
Yeah, it's just so slow paced. You have no idea what's coming, what the timings are going to be like. And there it is. Navi's going to close things out 16-2. A strong, dominant victory. Smiles all across the board for Navi. We're going to head it down to Heku for an interview.
Simple, don't run away. I don't really have questions when it comes to Overpass. It was so quick. I do have questions when it comes to Dust 2 because Nuke was actually open and it's like one of your best maps. Did you decide to go for Dust 2 because right now you're playing with Hattrick?
Yeah, because yesterday he showed a great performance there and it's easy map to aim. So yeah, I mean, we don't know how we play these maps with him. That's why we're still playing like the easy maps.
You're playing the easy maps. I mean, yesterday you played Mirage and it was not that easy. So, but if like, for example, like we would get like to Nuke eventually, do you think Hattrick would not have problems with it?
I think no. It depends how he will approach info from late, how to play on boomish spot.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Yeah, I know. The guy from G2.
So I just think that it's Nico probably.
Yeah,
okay.
it's Nico for sure.
Super, are you serious? What is that? Super, you can't be doing this. That's not allowed.
I don't really know.
What did he say? I don't even understand. It's someone from London, maybe.
I don't think that it's Maisie or Alex. They are like serious boys, so it's Australian players.
Ah.
No chances for us. I don't remember their nicknames.
Sterling. Sterling.
Tough.
Yeah. Я просто не знаю другие никнеймы.
Remember, this is a bandit country. Shoot everything that moves.
Is it player?
It's not player. Machine?
Yeah, it's machine, right?
It's not machine, it's not the kids, it's a player. Okay, one more time.
Remember, this is bad encounter.
Рез?
Shoot everything that moves.
Рез.
Рез?
Да.
Вообще неплохой.
Fire in the hole.
I think it's someone of G2.
Or NIP.
Yeah,
Or NIP.
for sure.
I don't know.
I would say Nico.
I would say Hampus.
A win is a win. Doesn't matter how you win.
This guy is a Russian for sure. I'm gonna go with Lucky of Entropic.
I don't know, man. To be honest, it's hard.
Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
It's only one for looking for ore.
I'm gonna go with NIP. Res.
Yeah, I don't know the names of the players. Sterling or something like that?
I just forgot that Fnatic had 2 English people.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
I'm gonna go with Nico of G2.
Okay, let's go for Nico.
Yeah, we are so bad really.
What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to ESL Pro League Season 15. Up next, we have Map 1 Overpass between Navi and Oh, wait a second. 16-2, it's already happened. Claire and Maui, I went off for a bathroom break and I missed the whole thing.
Yeah, that was a bit of a blink-and-you-miss-it map right there, Navi. Are you okay there, Paul?
You know, just about holding it together. Yeah, what an incredible... I mean, but was it even an incredible performance by Navi, or were they just better and they executed better?
They were just clearly better, right? We saw this overpass pick coming in. We thought it would maybe be... It could be for multiple reasons from EG going for this map, right? Firstly, they saw the mistakes they made yesterday, and they were like, hey, we fixed it. We're going to be able to deliver it against Navi, who have historically shown that they can be a little susceptible on this particular map, especially with Boomich no longer not in the server right now. They probably fancy the chances, but man, Navi, the CD side, a complete shutdown. And Hedrick as well. Very impressive showing from him on the CD side.
I want to say one thing about EG in this game. I actually was positively surprised by the fact that they clearly worked on their trading. They actually got way better at trading. This is like, I know right now everybody's going to be like, oh, NA Copium, NA Cope, like they sucked or whatever. But honestly, it was pretty obvious that they worked on some things from day 1 to day 2. And if you don't see that, Mel, that's why you're not on the desk, honestly.
Ooh! All right, so... Look, I can sense some tension between myself and Maui. I just want to make sure...
No, there's no tension between us. There's no tension between us. I'm actually acknowledging Twitch chat.
You're not offended by my intro, right? It was just a little meme.
No, of course. Paula, I couldn't even predict EG in this game, okay? Like, okay, I want to lay it out clearly. There was no chance that EG were going to take this one. There was no world they were going to win this one. I just wanted to see a better showing from day 1 to day 2, and that's what EG gave, even though the rounds weren't very good for them. In terms of the amount that they won, the way that they carried out their rounds, the way that they played together, it was much more obviously a concerted effort to just trade properly, and that's what they did. Their trade percentage was much higher than it was yesterday.
I like that. You mentioned trade percent and seeing an increase yesterday, seeing an increase in that day. Some positive takeaways then for EG. Either way, aim high, head-to-head on screen. It's 2 Navi players. Yeah, Simple went off, and yeah, in the pre-match, we mentioned, does Hedrick need to go off as well? And we said he didn't, but, you know, he decided to go off anyway.
Yeah, his pathetic off anyway. And listen, when you have Simple popping off like that, it's really hard to counter, right? With the AWP on the CD side, he was just getting so many opening deals going his way. I think the opening deals were 15-3 in favor of Navi. But like you said, they were able to trade quite efficiently, but Navi always had the backup layer, so to speak, which unfortunately EG was not quite able to break through.
Yeah, Blay, it's good you point out the whole 15-3 opening kills, because in the 2 times that actually EG got, 2 of those 3 times that they got opening kills, they were able to convert the round. Their 5v4s weren't bad. Their trades were actually very good. It's just that losing the opening kill against a team that's already as polished against Navi is not going to serve you well.
And I have to be very impressed with Navi as well, like considering that Boomich isn't there in the server. And yes, I know it's EG they're facing off here in this particular matchup. They look very, very comfortable. The comps look good. I think Simple also, or was it Blade who mentioned how everyone's kind of talking in the server. It's not just one person calling right now. And also you have Blade standing behind them. If things do spiral out of control, which it never did, he was obviously going to be chipping in. So yeah, Navi, even without their in-game leader, even with another Academy player coming in, looking absolutely fantastic, Paula.
We just had EG on screen. A little behind the scenes of them in between maps. And I've got to be honest, guys, they're looking quite dejected. The energy's down.
It was their map pick, man. It was a map pick. They wanted to do a little bit more damage. Look, I don't think even they would envision they would have maybe won that map, in all honesty. But if at least the scoreline was a little bit more closer double digits, perhaps, something they could work with. But getting smattered in that fashion, it's going to be rough.
This is one of those things where you need to not be results-oriented about the way that you look at the game and how you're progressing for EG. Obviously, 16-2 looks terrible, but when you actually look at how you lost some of those rounds, there were a few close ones. There were a few ones where you simply just didn't have the econ to actually put together a solid round for yourself. So the fact that okay, I'll just lay it out there. The trade percentage yesterday for them on T side, 16%. Terrible. One of the worst in the league. Today, it was about 25%. That's one of the best in the league if they only had today's games actually being the ones that counted. So honestly, I think that EG right now, like, instantly are recognizing their flaws. It's just that they're still many steps behind what is probably the best team in the world still in Navi.
Guys, let's look ahead to Dust 2. In the interview, Simple said to Heku that they went with Dust 2 instead of Nuke because of head trick. Yeah. They didn't want any complications on Nuke with the loss of Boomich. Do you think that's going to pay off? I mean, considering how he did on Overpass, it very well might.
Yeah, I mean, it's a no-brainer, right? Like, it's a puggier map. Now, if you're a team like Navi, you could, you know, if you're not a team called Navi, you'd be like, why do I want to give a puggy map against the underdogs, against an opposition who could maybe have a pop-off game? Maybe Cirque might come alive with the AWP. But then you have someone called Simple, Bit, Electronic on your team, and you're like, yeah, you know, we're just going to be picking Dust 2, and we're not going to apply any pressure on head trick. Forget pressure. The guy still looked really good yesterday in Dust 2.
Yeah, the thing is that head trick for Navi Jr., Dust 2 was basically their perma pick. They always wanted it, especially when they had m0NESY on the roster. Like, why wouldn't you want m0NESY and head trick, 2 huge fraggers, playing on a map that's all about just aim duels? I mean, this is a map that right now for Navi, they're going to feel confident, even though it has a little bit more of a 50-50 nature to it. I'm excited to see if EG can keep up that sort of trading style that they clearly focused on from day 1 to day 2, because Dust 2, you ended up getting into a lot of individual duels across the map, and I don't want to see EG fall alone.
Well, we are about to find out, everybody. Are Evil Geniuses going to be able to bounce back on Dust 2, or will Navi win in 2? Everybody at home, let's hope that Evil Geniuses can find that form and take this to a 3rd map, because I'd love to see some more Counter-Strike. Anyway, we'll see you shortly. Do not go anywhere.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Choose nades, choose a smoke, choose a flashbang. Choose team badges to support your favourite CSGO team. Choose an ESEA Premium membership. Choose routes you know bring in wins. Choose pro video tips. Choose the fan club wars. Choose behind the scenes content. Choose good grades. Choose guns you know you can shoot right. Choose bingo. Choose the equipment you know is going to get your team the win thanks to heat maps. Choose the CSGO Hub Premium. the complete package to help you and your squad achieve all your CSGO goals.
Rain.
Twist.
Jacob.
GKS.
Guardian.
Carrigan.
Robs.
Roban.
Wait, didn't I say that one already?
No, it was the coach, Roban.
What?
You didn't say it.
I can't think of anything.
Nice! I got the French one, you got the American ones. Shocks.
Kenny S.
Oh no, don't take the French because no.
Because I know you don't believe it.
Happy.
Apex.
NBK.
Nifty.
Kyoshima.
JDM.
Next, it was the coach.
Frozen. Dexter.
Miffa.
Psychro.
Cadian.
Chris J.
Tizian.
Tapson.
Dimas.
Simple.
JDC.
Keine Ahnung mehr. Marka.
Lambert.
Haji.
Sixer.
Chaos.
NBK.
Mann, das ist mein... I hate this game, man.
Creams.
Brolin.
Messi.
Alex.
Banjo.
Flusha.
Pepe.
Olaf Meister.
JW.
Pronax. Nico.
Monacy.
RPK.
Hunter.
Smith.
Jax.
NBK.
Amanek.
Well, yesterday, Navi won 16-1 in the opening map against AGO, and then they had a grueling, long...
6,000 overtimes.
6,000 overtimes. Thank you, Jason. I couldn't remember the exact number, so 6,000 it is. Yeah, so if anything to go by, then we should have the same today.
Yeah, that'll, well, I don't know if I should have said yeah. I don't, you know, we'll see. This EG team, you know, Maui Snake had some positive things to say about them in terms of their trading, which I agree looked much improved. Still a long way to go to think that this team is going to be able to be competitive on this map. We'll see how it starts out. Let's just see if Navi just continues momentum. That was a smackdown of epic proportions on Overpass. And here we go. Pistol round is live. I believe that's Bit leading the way out towards long. No presence there from the defense. Perfecto's got some dualies to deal with.
It was 37-33, I think. was the score in that game. Something along those lines. I can't count that high.
That adds up to 6,000.
I thought so. Nice nade strike as they try and sneak up and go in lower tunnels in the pistol round, as we know that's a lot more prominent now for the CTs to do.
That's pretty cool, though. It also hides the footsteps of Cirque trying to push up right behind it. Almost times it perfectly. Just a great shot from Perfecto. Breezy inside of the A bomb site, gonna back away to the quad boxes, and he's just gonna chill. Smoke wall set up, Bit's gonna jump across, the rest of Navi following up. Breezy actually evacuates that position. A little bit of a defense being mounted here on Catwalk and along this back wall.
Shots electronic. Takes Breeze down. Bits back to the ramp. Automatic. Trying to hold from Catwalk, and it's Perfecto lurking late through CT with the dualies.
He doesn't have to actually commit to that. He can just have Rush frozen here the whole time. Look at what it's forcing the defense to do. This is great from Perfecto. He's winning the round, and he's eventually going to try and turn the corner and commit to Rush. But this has slowed so much of this retake. Halfway through the bomb timer, there's no kit, and there's still 4 people from Navi to find. This round is done. It's done, Matt.
Is it? Because it seems like it's still going to me, Jason. Okay, now it's done. Okay.
Can I finish?
No.
Oh, 1-0. Navi, that's both pistol rounds, I believe. Or all 3 pistol rounds so far in the series, I should say.
I really want someone, after hearing that rhythmic shots coming out from the dualies, I really want someone to do like Phil Collins, calling in the air.
How the whole drum beat, the drum drop?
Yeah. Drum drop?
Drum drop?
Drum drop? I like these EG jerseys for what it's worth.
Yeah. Take victories where you can get them.
Look, I'm just saying, I know it's a minute game. I'm just saying I like it. And we've had other jerseys in the past that we've not been fans of, so.
True, we have. There's been some questionable jersey decisions over the years. Yeah, triple kill from him.
That is a hat trick.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, you're still only at 2. You actually...
I know,
You salvaged the situation.
Not bad. Even if it meant pausing every time I had to say his name.
Yeah, you did slow it down, I noticed at the end. Well, 2-0 pretty quick. We'll get guns out, you'd imagine, for EG here coming into round number 3. M4s across the board. Head tricks, hat trick. Nice control of the spray, nice transfer over as Sui comes swinging wide and...
Gets blocked by his teammate in the door afterwards, but
yep.
All good.
But all the danger was abated. Ooh, clash it long. Here we go. Perfecto leading the way. Not blind at all, but Automatic is. He's got no eyeballs whatsoever. Smoke dropped preemptively in case of Molotov, but it's Breeze just standing tall and fighting with the help of Cirque. Simple, I thought he might press the issue a little bit more up Catwalk, but he's going to slow play it.
Yeah, given that there's 2 players at long, you would have thought he takes position and tries to catch them off as they rotate back toward the site, but presence in middle as well. They're going to drop smoke towards CT and clear behind the door. Wasn't sure they would. That will signal Rush to slide out, but it's Simple that puts him down as well. And the smoke's still firmly in place as Cirque tries to spray through. It's going to put them in an awkward position defensively because there's no one at the B site. Bomb's going to be planted. Head Trick's even going to clear tunnels back from middle as they realize they were completely alone at B. They might as well clear and make sure there's no one else up close, and this now means they've got full control of the situation for Navi.
And Breezy is going to have to help Cirque get out of CT spawn, so there's not even going to be that flanker in towards the B tunnels. There's no flashbang, there's 1 Molotov, but at least there's a kit on Cirque. They need the kills first.
Tap. Flash far, Simple underneath the boxes is going to burn because he's blinded, and they timed that very well. They came in immediately, got the defuse as well toward the tunnels.
Oh, that sucks. I feel so bad for Head Trick. Imagine just being an academy player brought up to the team and you just flash Simple in a 2v2 and then
he burns.
Force him to burn alive.
Listen, bud, that's not the flash I meant. We're going to have to work on that.
Yep, unlucky. Unlucky. It happens. EG's given a gift, a bit of a gift here early on, but good fights out towards long. Good job controlling the situation. Navi almost able to find the correct play. Yeah, Simple didn't even realize he was on fire. Yep. It's all good.
Well, it's one for EG early.
It's new Simple. He's going to shake that one off. It's going to work his way up.
Simple's going to team flash him back, shoot him in the back of the head, say it was the other guy, and then throw a Molotov at him.
Oh, the good old days.
Yep, not bad. And then he's going to take the op from Kusta.
Oh, why is he catching strays?
Ah, poor guy.
Up Catwalk we go.
Rush. The cubby position at B. Strong, but a bit of a gimmick. Bit's gonna drop down. Oh, they had no idea. Molotov thrown. They had no idea that they were already out from catwalk. So Bit gets a free one on automatic, trying to rotate away. Electronic, Deagle in hand. Rifle's gonna work back up the ramp with that late smoke down on CT. They don't have to worry about the B players pushing out. Bit's got everything covered. Bomb planted on top of the box as well.
That round was gorgeous from Navi. That might be the most beautiful round I've seen played today.
Yeah, I think so. This is them saving, and Perfecto's already on the hunt, so I don't even know that they'll get this far.
Yeah, that's
This is a common deathmatch angle right here.
Oh, dude, the stairs in the deathmatch is going up and down.
So OP.
Ooh.
It's how I look so good in deathmatches all the time. If I'm not here, I'm like 1-1. If I'm here, I'm like 10-1.
You ever play the game like get to a spot and just like see if you can hold it for 20 seconds?
I mean, that's basically all I do with these stairs.
Just back and forth?
Yeah, I am that guy.
You would be.
I do something to compensate for my lack of skill.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, no, look, they get the guns down in the end, and it is now going to be 3-1 for Navi. You're right, that was a pretty stellar round. Countering off the loss in the previous, and they had no idea that Bit was this far.
They had no idea he was going to be coming from that position. I mean, they threw a smoke, the lurk smoke at the end of B tunnels. They threw a mid to B smoke. I mean, everything that Navi was showing was that it was going to be the end game at the B bomb site, mid to B split. And instead, they just had that advanced position on catwalk. They got so fast that it just was easy.
Some movement from Head Trick. Quickly out of the tunnels, immediately onto the box, fires the doorway, and gets the opener. And they'll continue to do damage toward middle, where all of the CT players are currently residing. Electronics way back at T-spawn just to make sure no one's on the flank and out of position in this situation, but bomb goes down. And the round should be pretty well secured given the weapons right now.
Yeah, oh, it's over already. This is going to be a win for Navi. The only thing that's left to decide is if EG can take any weapons away. How much do they want to commit to this push towards the op? Simple's got one. He deathmatches here too, Matt, and he looks good doing it.
Yeah, he'd probably kill me in this game.
Baby.
Easy, not gonna lie.
Yeah, he would. 3-round lead.
What's another good deathmatch spot on Dust 2? I like being long, like long A beside the pit, not on the the ledge side, but closer to the cave.
Yeah.
Because people spawn in the pit and they run up and they never check it. You just get free headshots. Great. You feel really, really great about yourself.
So you're camping in deathmatches?
Yeah, 100%, man. 100%.
Long cave can be fun, I think.
Yep. Stairs over here where they're heading now toward the ramp, I should say.
I hate every spawn spotter on T-spawn.
Oh, they're all terrible.
They're all
for that,
atrocious.
literally for the one guy that plays on the ramp and just headshots you.
Okay, Bit. Walking out mid. Contact. No indication this is coming. Gonna have to be heads up from Cirque. Stewie is starting to come back towards CT spawn. Long distance crossfire set up. But again, remember, like we saw this previously, Bit able to get that advanced position on catwalk, and then they throw that beautiful round that we just kind of discussed. Again, he's been able to get pretty advanced territory control and hold it for a long time, so Navi's got so much space to set up whatever they want.
Bit will take the pace to another level now as they work out. Ooh, Head Trick, careful with the weapon switch, my man. He'll get Cirque down, but Stewie's already walked back in from CT, and automatic clears Electronic, and that, oddly enough, is the man advantage for EG, but bomb still planted. Simple inside of the site has his AWP. Rather not his, it's picked up from the opposing side. We'll see if he can make it work. I take it back, it is his. Thought it was an EG sticker I saw on the end, it's not. It's a hollow from Dignitas, if I'm not mistaken. Either way, Simple is going to make good on Stewie. That'll bring us back level, both coming in from the tunnels. They should be able to hear this. Perfecto's got the first, sees the shadow on the second. That's going to put him in the open. Simple couldn't hit the shot, though, and Breezy's getting ever closer. Simple doesn't care.
Again, just like a pixel of the Molotov not spreading. He's just tucked into a corner. Stewie's trying to find him coming through that smoke. I don't even know if he would have been able to do it because Perfecto surely would have got that kill eventually. Tough going for EG, 3-on-2, man advantage retake, and it gets shut down. Back to Pistols. Scout is going to be picked up on Cirque. Passed over by Automatic, and a small buy coming in for EG. Deagles and Armor.
Tagged. Cirque gets clipped on his cross as they did go down for the boost. That's the suicide position. First time we've seen Bit miss a spray in quite some time. Usually very proficient with tapping, but comes out from long, couldn't connect, and gets taken down as a result. Breezy and Cirque are both tagged up considerably, but both alive, I was going to say, and well, but that's changed. Perfecto has euthanized Breeze.
Yeah, that changed real quick. Good shooting from Perfecto.
Hey, just go over there by the door on the right.
Yeah.
Super, super nice. And you get to shoot it long as well. It's just like, you know, good tapping.
All sorts of fun. Well, this position from Rush at least allows EG to do what they can to shrink down the map. Cirque has been eliminated. Overkill with the AWP. That was Simple cleaning up the leg shot he got earlier. Scout passed over to Stewie, but he obviously doesn't want to peek. Rush still in upper dark.
Ooh, Molotov timing. Automatic nearly got a free shot at that, but couldn't commit going through the smoke. Too many targets on the other side. Slips away instead, having done, I guess, mediocre damage onto Head Trick, but he will do better than that onto Stewie, catching him out of Gandalf, and then through the edge of the smoke. Electronic spots out Automatic trying to work his way back from CT. It's all on Rush. Lovely guy, Rush. Dead now, of course. Head Trick again. Showing off a few head tricks that round. Head shots, head tricks. That's the trick.
Trick is shoot him in the head.
Yeah.
Well, another chance for EG with weapons. Up in the hands of Cirque. M4s and Automatic, Breezy, and Stewie, and Rush. Still getting hit pretty hard in this game. Only victory was round number 3. This time, Simple doesn't connect on the cross. Out towards long, it's Electronic, blinded right at the end. Oh, but he's gonna recover just in time. Breezy goes down. Good kill from Cirque in rebuttal for the equalizer. And Electronic's gonna bail out. Automatic has no idea. He didn't see Electronic actually fall back in towards cave, so he doesn't have the information that long is clear. He goes to investigate, though. And actually, EG has a pretty good read on the situation, all things considered.
Yeah, single ankle. All right.
Try that again.
Wow.
Start it over.
Wow. Listen, the needle's broken. The record's skipping. Single anchor.
There you go.
Toward long. No one on catwalk. You're right. They did have a decent stance to try and get toward B. It'll be a 2-2 split now, though, because they're second-guessing the timing of it. Holy moly. Give me a new mouth.
Oh, dear.
Rush, though, baited in. Can this work? He's got 3. Spraying in. They know where he is. Simple should burn him alive, but that means Rush is going to come out to take the fight, and he will shut down the round despite dying afterwards. It is EG's second.
Oh, Simple had to turn from that flashbang. He might have just been able to have it out of the flames, but he heard the flash coming. Tough to recover in time afterwards. 6-2. Good performance from Rush. Stewie completely blinded out in the open. At least he pulls the attention of everybody.
Pretty sick. May have lost his teammate partly by design, you'd almost say, in that situation, as he wants to have the last laugh and the element of surprise, but it will get them a second round. Electronic, meanwhile, this round, already at the long cave, is considering the possibility of a push up middle because no one was watching that. Cirque's going to be staring at it from the other side with the AWP finally.
Also a really deep smoke from the CT side to the drop down. That might put Navi on a little bit of notice, although Bit, again, already in lower dark, is going to tell him that mid's pretty much clear. Maybe 1 or 2 spots they need to double check, but Navi's feeling pretty safe after that smoke fades. Rush alone in the B bomb site. Automatic and Cirque in middle.
Electronic still continues to watch the off angle at the long cave in case anyone wants to push there rather than middle now, because obviously Simple and Co have gone down to control the doorway. Simple and Co. That'd be a good little diamond, jeweler store name. Tiffany and Co. Simple and Co. So crisscross smokes out middle. That limits anyone from the window as well as inside of CT. Certainly gives the impression that they want to go that direction, but they're just going to send a single individual in that area, and Perfecto gets caught out by Cirque. So now, with him gone, head it, boys. Send it. And there's two, one at Goose and one on platform at the A site directly, not to mention still out toward long. Oh, missed shots. Breeze has got to nail that. Gives Bit far too many chances. Time. He gets Stewie as well, and you're right, he's done. He does not have it. 1 second too late. And this time I can say with certainty he does not get the round despite the plant coming in.
Yeah, that's just enough is done by EG, but man, did that spray from Breezy look a little haggard. You don't like to see that out of someone like him, especially after the desk showed how well he played relative to the rest of his team yesterday. That's not a clean look, but we'll give him one. Good frag from Cirque. Good double peek with the flashbang as well, just to delay things as long as possible. It took just a little too long for Bit to get this kill and then drop down for the bomb, but he had to find it. A little bit of frustration for Navi as they get slowed down just enough. And look, at the very least, you got to be happy about this. EG's forced a timeout out of Navi.
Yep, that's definitely something to call a motivation and positive win. They've done emotional damage. And that's why they'll pause it, Jason. So a 3-round lead as EG already with more in this game, in this map, than they had in all of the previous.
Simple. Delayed peek down mid. I don't think he wants anything to do with it. He's called it off. Ooh, Cirque. Timing shot, backs away. Realize slowly more danger creeping into his direction. Double up setup from EG's CT side, both of them in middle, and Stewie's gonna go down. Beautiful flashbang. Bit has had no problem just being hyper confident and aggressive and taking early control. We've seen it on Catwalk, we've seen it at a mid 2 or 3 times already. He has just no fear. He doesn't feel anybody providing any resistance to the plays that he wants to make.
Rush down. Not a chance as Bit came through middle into the window.
They're just getting worked.
Too easy at that point in time. Cirque holding the angle at long, is just trying to keep himself alive at this point. This round's over. What a response. Navi definitely called out the, or rather called the timeout, but called out the play of the pace and made it work on the back of it. So yeah, small victory, Jason, to make that timeout be required, but unfortunately it doesn't yield them anything further.
Yeah, it doesn't really feel like a victory when you could just get demolished in the ensuing round, and now you're gonna have all the guns taken away from you. No chance you survive with anything. So Navi just being ruthless on hits for their insolence of forcing the timeout. They're just like, how dare you? How dare you? We will take everything for that insult. 4-round lead, and EG's got to back off and save. It's just great. Even the B players, the lurk smoke is there, throwing utility, shooting into the smoke, applying pressure, forcing Rush to look at B tunnels just so Bit can have an easy time coming from mid. Lower dark push, Russian Breeze. Bit's ready. Bit's got the first. Can't find the second. That's the 5-7 spamming away. Another one from upper B. Perfecto. Oh, surely he goes down. Surely he goes down. He's got Breezy. Now he's got Cirque, and he's actually got the third as well.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's nasty.
What a great spot to have a shooting gallery from. Like outside B tunnels, T side, you have so much position. Like you literally control that entire battle as they go 1-on-1 toward your crosshair.
Also, that hallway is like the worst spot in all of Dust 2 Deathmatch.
Not wrong. Again, it's the ramp. That ramp is super powerful. If you sit up there and, like, obviously it's not situational to a game, you can headshot peek anyone toward T-spawn, anyone that's on the platform, and you can, like, strafe peek the hallway. It's pretty nuts. Pretty nasty.
All right, M4's back in hand. Cirque with the op. Automatic and Breezy have control of long. Have great control of long, comfortable control. They're gonna give it up. Automatic actually bails out entirely. Breezy is gonna take position inside of pit. A little bit of a boost from Automatic and Cirque at the A bomb site to peer deep into Catwalk.
So Cirque with the drop shot position on the AWP. I haven't seen as many people playing directly up next to the wall and doing it, but this is pretty cool. It's actually going to be the boost instead. They're going to elect to give that up now. A lot of attention toward middle. You got to say Navi has been exploiting it quite well, and Bit's the one to enter each and every single time. He's going to have another chance to catch out Automatic. Flash bounced, but no results and no rebuttal as Automatic will get up on top of the box, though. That will catch off Bit. Clean kill as Stewie assists, but not expecting a quick response. And Stewie didn't have the angle to cover that. He's going to get out as Simple, given that he tried to fire back, gave his position up, and couldn't get the kill. The AWP prevails. Oh, and he's found another one. That's sick. Then he turns around and finds Breeze top middle. Cirque is going to take down Head Trick, at least one kill for EG, but that was really smart. Oh, this closet play, though. Surely they check this. There's no one else in the site. They have to drop down. Try to beat it out. Nearly lined up, though. That could have been a disaster. Ooh. And it's low HP. Cirque through the door. Time is done. Simple's got to go for the kill. Drops in. Can't find it. Cirque will win the round with 3 seconds left.
Boy, that's crazy. What a great shot on the jump. I can't believe they almost lined up for Rush. Again, a gift that EG is going to happily take. Well done. That shot is everything from Cirque. Simple. This was so beautiful. The kill onto Stewie to open up in towards mid. The follow-up read to the flank. That was a bit rough, but great shot from Cirque. Simple only had one chance, one drop and one shot. There's that deep smoke again, but doesn't matter. Simple went towards long. This time he's got Automatic. A little bit blind, and it's all good. 5-on-4 for Navi early.
Breeze gets toward everyone's favorite little off angle at long. But if he doesn't get one at least in that position, I think this half becomes a bit of a dumpster fire. Given that they're already one man down. Cirque with a chance to try and do damage through the door. This is going to be such a tough position for him to be in. No one to back him up at long directly either. He has to be so swift to get 2 kills here. Gonna find one. Swing out, both there, and immediately he's removed.
That's hard to find that follow-up kill, especially with the FAMAS. Stewie's gonna back down in towards CT spawn. I don't think he wants anything to do. He feels the pinch coming in from Catwalk and towards long, so I have to imagine this is just gonna be the save call from EG right out of the gate. They might allow Cirque to investigate towards Catwalk, see what they can find, but that smoke I think is gonna be just dissuade them from anything. Yeah, Cirque's are the way at T spawn. Stewie's in upper dark. Rush just chilling in mid for the moment, but EG not going for it. 9th round for Navi. 5-round lead when all is said and done.
It's trying to just hold off to make sure no one even dare evaluate the position on Catwalk. It doesn't look as we know from that they will from their stance, so we're gonna go 9-4. Not out of this yet, EG. Still a chance to claw back into this game, but they're gonna have to start to do it very soon. 15 kills for Simple, 12 perfecto. Bit on 11, they're stacking them up. Stewie's only got 1, surprisingly, at this point in time.
Yeah.
Stewie don't got a 2K.
He's had a rough go of it. Nothing particularly unlucky, just, you know, Simple's been dominating a couple times in middle. And I mean, altogether, these rounds that EG are losing at times aren't even close. There hasn't even been a whole lot of opportunities for him to be fighting back in these situations. So, timeout taken. This time by EG. 15 kills on Simple, 12 on Perfecto, and 11 on Bit for the EG side of things. I've already discussed the bottom of the scoreboard, but Cirque is at 9, Rush is at 8, Breezy is at 6. Navi coming into this game looking good. Some teams coming into this group with a few question marks. Obviously, the Boomage situation added a question mark into the Navi camp. I think that's been pretty well decided that they're doing just fine. Obviously, Astralis impressing after some of the looks that they've shown us earlier in the year and earlier in this lineup's lifespan. Heroic looking good. Gutsy comeback wins today. Op, M4, SMG, and 2 Deagles to defend the entirety of the map against the best team in the world. Simple's gonna back off. Cirque's looking for the peak that he wants. Ooh, very quick. I think Cirque just changed his position, just taken his crosshair off of that spot, which is unfortunate, and Headtrick calls out the upper dark push. So, Navi's gonna look towards long A for their attack. Electronics already in the pit. They've got plenty of utility to make this work.
Simple trying to find an angle toward the platform of the A site, but Breeze on the backside of the secondary box. Not going to be spotted. Automatic's going to drop down, actually go to where the ramp elevator position to get Cirque's AWP in place. So getting it to a better angle rather than having the Deagle up above. A selfless play from Automatic. Look at this, all 4 against the wall. This is a timing play. Smoke's down, boys. Flash over. Molotov's gonna go up above. No, it's gonna, yes, it is. I thought it was gonna bounce for a second and cover off the ramp position, but they're gonna put that directly on the site itself. So, Stewie, with the thought of going through a smoke as he often does, backs off of it instead, and he's locked in because CT covered off behind him. Nowhere to run and hide. Cirque only able to get 1 from Gandalf, as Bit will find the headshot in return. It's a 4 versus 2.
There's nothing for EG to fight back with in that round. No flashes to allow anyone to peek, nothing to harass the kind of slow march up long A that Navi had. And this is what happens, you just get battered. 10-4.
10-4, not a whole lot more. Holding on to you. That's a Neil Young. The irony is that Neil Young's very old. That blew my mind as a child.
That Neil Young was old?
Yeah, his last name's Young. How could he be old?
That's a good point. That's how it works.
Yeah. I mean, O'Toole.
I knew exactly where you were going to go with that one. As if that wasn't the most transparent follow-up. Simple peering down mid underneath the smoke. Perfecto's got an op out towards long as well. You don't see that every day. He's probably going to drop back to an AK-47 after just taking the shot because they rich. He was just buying it for funsies.
You probably don't even know what a trivet is.
I don't.
It's the 3-legged metal sort of caster that you put a hot pot on when it comes out. Like if you take a pot off the stove.
Okay, yeah.
On like one of those little metal trays, like a coaster for.
Yep, for hot plates.
It's trivet.
Cool, man.
Thanks. Salvis and Ignace.
What a great legacy your family's building.
Safe under fire. That's what we always say. That's our family motto.
It's a family motto. Family
I hold hot shit, Jason. What do you got?
Bit. Oh, that's unfortunate for Cirque. What a great play from Bit, just hiding inside of the smoke. Nice pop flash. Rush is going to go get himself a kill onto Perfecto. 3 players remaining for Navi, adjusting through upper dark. There's still time for them to readjust out towards long A to go up catwalk, so it's kind of frozen the defense. They can't over-rotate just yet, which means Rush, once again, is going to be called upon to do something heroic, and it's just not there. Now, no smoke for the cross, but they do have a simple, and he's going to do better than a smoke ever could hope to do.
I mean, a smoke could hit someone low HP and kill them, but not quite as resoundingly as simple on an AWP. I will absolutely echo that sentiment. Headtrick looking sharp again in behind the doors. They walk through, he'll get the kill, and that leads Electronic to get aggressive. We go 11-4, another very one-sided half scoreline for Navi, looking not to make the same mistake yesterday and have a second long map in 2 days. They want to go 2-0 quickly, and EG need to respond. We'll take a break and find out if they can.
So you don't see many teams run this over and over again, but it works for NAVI. They seem to get on the bomb side and hit their shots. That's really what it's all about.
Twist aggressing. They have to double peek. He's getting his shot. He's hitting another one. Simple start.
This is a shooting gallery for Simple. It's practically deathmatch. Just the greatest. Simple with 5. Get out of my server.
Готовы на размен?
Подожди, Валера, подожди.
Гослоу только?
Стой, подожди,
Да.
Элик, стой. Да, не на длине, пацаны.
Готовы? Да,
Я в дверь там,
АВП.
вы через дверь дадите. Готов?
Давай. Я даю вторую.
Дал. Зашёный.
Слева.
Хорош, пацаны. Флешки, блядь, хорош.
Well, some inside team comms, things of talking and all that good clip. Look, it's 11-4. Navi are very close to wrapping this one up, Jason.
Готовы на размен?
They talk better than I
Подожди,
do.
Валера, подожди.
Гослоу.
Oh, man. Ooh, there goes Perfecto. Trying to style on him a little bit, so Breeze puts him down, but Headtrick gets a good response, and Simple's lying in wait on Catwalk. There's the follow-up peek. USP not connecting. I don't think no one from EG wants to mess with that. There's 4 players up there. They don't want to swing wide. Bits out towards long on his own. Is anyone from Navi going to try and get back in time to help?
Bit is certainly ready. Gets one shot very quickly. Cirque will immediately trade that out. Headtrick has to be a little bit careful in this position. Simple wants to get baited into it, but Headtrick can't rely on him to save just yet, because if they both peek and they both go down, that opens up A entirely. They need this fight to be committed, but it's not. Simple goes out. Cirque still controls the angle being in that range. And the headshot comes through, in fact, through the window of a very bristle car, I must say. That is nice through the very disgusting gap in the smoke. Molotov that blocked it.
How did that happen? That is nasty. Okay, well, at least it helps them cover from Electronic, who's flicked out towards long. It somehow worked out at the end of the day. Not very well, but to a certain degree. Cirque, 13 health.
HP. Yeah, I think it has worked out, because he's just one tap in any portion of his body at this point in time. Electronic's going to get it. No burst fire. He has a USP, Jason. Oh, you meant from Cirque's perspective, right? Gotcha.
Did mean different.
I was like, what? They're USPs. What are you on about?
That'd be sick.
USP with burst fire
so great.
might be more than sick. It might just be broken.
I'm so in for that.
At that point, you just buff the R8 again and bring it back.
12-4.
Jason, you lost your mind.
Oh, that'd be so good.
Look, I'll say it again. I do want the burst fire and the FAMAS to be buffed. I think it'd be so fun, at very least.
I'm down to see just what it would look like if it was buffed. Like, what would happen?
Tighter grouping and a slightly less delay.
I don't mean in that sense. I just mean if, like, how the pros would use it.
Oh, sure.
Actually,
Yeah.
I think that could be fun to watch. Well, Plant's going to help EG get an early buy, and they need to get rounds on the board right now. They need to close this gap real quick. They need to do it efficiently. They need to go on a bit of a run at this point. Good tag from Cirque. That's onto Simple. Might be persuaded to be a bit more passive after taking 67 damage, but he's going to flash Bit into play. Electronic on Catwalk. Ooh, that was almost an awkward fight. Almost over an overextension, but he backs away quickly. Automatic's going to jump up in pursuit. And EG looking to split the A bomb site. It's Headtrick at the long corner. If he goes down, Simple's in so much trouble. Simple's in so much trouble.
We'll see how he plays with it. He's got the scout to work with. We know it can be very deadly in this position, controlling so many angles, but as they continue to advance and spam, it gets awkward. Automatic even goes back and completely ostracizes Simple further by taking him down and getting Electronic before that. That forced his angle, forced his position. Perfecto's going to get one back, but I think at this point, the 1 versus 3, although that nade, Stewie, thankfully, that went to plant the bomb rather than Breeze.
Little bit of a wet noodle of a grenade there. Doesn't make its way all the way into the site, and Perfecto is going to back off. M4 salvaged and picked up, but EG's got their first gun round on the board. Good on them. Cirque can even upgrade to an AK-47 or an M4 if he can find one.
What if it's like a super noodle, like one that wasn't like so fragile it breaks? It would make a pretty hard whip.
Super noodle.
Like if it's angel hair, it's a wet noodle. Yeah, that's pretty weak. But if it was like a really thick strand of like spaghetti, like
okay,
that would be a pretty hard whip. Like a wet noodle would hurt.
Yeah, sure, I could see that.
Anyway.
Yeah, where do I go from there, Matt?
There's nowhere to go.
Need a big pot of water to boil that one. 12-5. It's weird. It's a weird conversation to have about this game because I'm not even sure necessarily. When I'm watching this, it feels like EG's so far outclassed that I don't even know if I have like an idea of what they can change or adapt to kind of get back into it. I think at the moment, just Navi is just so far ahead of them. I don't think it's gonna matter. Especially watching the way they worked him on the T side of Dust 2. Simple with the scout again. Tag Stewie early. Stewie 2K, still stuck on 2K.
Yep, he's living up to the name today. I'm sure he'd rather live up to it in each individual round.
Yeah, that'd be ideal. That'd make the game much easier.
Simple just waiting at middle once more with the scout in hand. Has Perfecto beside him on the M4. Flash goes over. He's able to avoid that. And Simple through the edge of the door, although with clean vision nonetheless of Rush. Gets the headshot. He's going to tag out automatic as well.
What are you supposed to do about that?
Nothing.
Yeah, you almost got to feel bad for EG at this point. Great shooting from Simple, quite obviously. Head trick. That angle has not been kind to him. But Simple has rotated out towards long. There's the peek. Good shot from Breezy. Head taken clean off. However, there's still two players that he tagged earlier that can be quick mop-ups. This battle, automatic is everything. If automatic goes down in this position when this smoke clears, I have to think that the round is just about over. Flashbang is in, blinded entirely. This kill needs to come in. Everyone is blind. Everyone eats the flashbang, and Perfecto's gonna find safety at the catwalk stairs. We've got a 3-on-3 post plant. There's no kits on the Navi side.
No kits at all. Stewie's gonna be the one that puts the bomb down. Head trick down below with a deagle, but his two teammates above in the catwalk have better weaponry, and they'll start by trying to find the headshots in the sight. Stewie's up to 3. He'll take Bit down with a lovely one, a laser beam from that of the laser M4A1S, and you're right, they're bugging out and going home. It's gonna be 12-6.
Yeah, Perfecto's dropping the rifles over to his teammate. They bail out. 6th round for EG. Good on them.
Good on them. So 5 alive. 2 on the Navi side that will carry over AKs, which is pretty good on the defensive end. Stewie doesn't look too impressed with how things are going for him, but hey, another round nonetheless.
No, I mean you can't feel good about it, but one round at a time, right?
Yeah, still gotta get the job done.
Still in this, still a chance.
Keep chewing away on that thick hide. It'll break down eventually.
Sure. Classic hyena saying.
Yeah, jackal. I'd rather be a jackal.
Here we go. Perfecto spamming into the smoke. USP in response as well. Electronic goes down. AK-47 still in play though for Navi, but a nice opening kill taken from EG. And now they just kind of slink back and disappear behind Blue Bin back in towards the cave.
What about you, chat? Would you rather be a hyena or a jackal? Jason, what about you?
Big fan of the hyena, personally.
All right. Nobody liked you in The Lion King. That makes perfect sense.
It's fine. I got Whoopi Goldberg on my side. Perfecto. And head trick with the rifles. EG they're just making Navi sweat a little bit. They're just hitting the pause button, and letting the time run a little bit lower, hoping that Navi's going to rotate away from the A bomb site, which is exactly what's happening. So this is working out exactly as Stewie has it planned out in his head. Actually, maybe even better than he has it planned out in his head. Full and complete evacuation of the A bomb site. There's not going to be any defense mounted. Smoke wall completed. Molotov towards catwalk. The only danger that EG has is if Stewie goes down watching this long flank. Cirque, excuse me.
Yeah, absolutely. But sneaking out. Ooh, he's going to get behind the door. Undetectedly so, and that means anyone daring go that direction is absolutely doomed, and it should now be 12-7. Simple with not much more to risk than just a deagle. is going to try and get a few kills on the board, do some economic damage. Looks like Jackal's winning this one, Jason.
Yeah, truly. It happens from time to time, you know? Circle of life.
Oh, I see. This is my kingdom, as far as the eye can see. Michael Scott, The Office.
12-7. It's dwindled down into a 5-round lead. So I mean, slowly EG is getting back into the game. I don't think they've quite inspired like the feeling that they're actually going to make this comeback happen. And also they've caught Navi. Maybe I think a lot of this half in my mind has been a bit. Let's just say Navi's been force buying in situations where I don't think they'd be force buying. I think they've just been feeling so confident after the first maps, after the start to Dust 2. They were willing to risk like 2 force buys early on. It's put them in an odd money situation where we're seeing them save now, I think, like 2 rounds in a row, essentially, to get their economy back on track. So a little bit hindered, I think, by a bit of overconfidence. But they were vibing.
Yeah, you don't want to get too far away with that, though. I mean, again, we mentioned it, 16-1 versus Ego, and then Lego my ego because
I was gonna say.
Yeah, super
Canadian
deep.
accent I use.
Yeah, Lego my ego. Egos are great. But yeah, that game slipped out of hand pretty quickly, didn't it?
Sure did.
Toaster strudels are pretty sweet too. Perfecto, smoke to extinguish the flames at the B tunnel. He'll nade in behind that as well, just in case anyone's up close and was daring to try and get inside of the site. Automatic spams back at that preemptively, but no further action. And no further questions at B, Your Honor. It'll be middle instead for Bit. Self-flash for a quick peek, crossover, no one there. Strengthens up the B defense, having had that brief exchange. Perfecto perhaps calling for a bit of support. Long covered by Head Trick and Simple with only the deagle. Everyone else with a rifle, you have Simple in the hand cannon. Just how good he is, it's probably level playing field.
It's been a topic of conversation for years now. Well, this is a change-up from EG. Mid to B split coming in. Stewie and Automatic coming out mid. Breezy and Rush to lead the way in upper dark. Good setup, though, from the defense. Simple gets caught coming through the smoke. Automatic's going to have to go passive. It'll be a retake onto the B bomb site. Bit able to grab one. That's Rush, and there's Perfecto coming in. Couldn't connect the spray, and Bit turns. Cirque plays whack-a-mole, and he wins.
Taking home that prize at the fair, but unaware that Breeze, oh my goodness, is in the corner. Electronic, no mistake. Put him down on top of the boards. Head Trick sneaking in behind as well. The attention firmly toward Electronic at this point in time, but they need to time this very well and work together. Shots exchanged. Head Trick's got the angle. He's got the advantage. Absolutely does. They haven't even considered it, but Cirque was waiting. He couldn't go fast enough to find the single kill on Automatic, and that means both know where to look. Electronic nearly transfers it back. But another round for EG.
Yo, what a shot from Cirque inside of the bomb site. That is incredible, because Automatic could not go anywhere. He couldn't go forward. He just had to tuck himself into the corner and hope and pray that Cirque was going to cover his backside, and boy, did he. A stunning shot. Actually, well put together round from Cirque, just all over the place. Quad kill for him. That one's a thing of beauty. This one actually does go down at the end. I think it was just
he got lasered on that one.
Yeah, I got my name backwards.
Yeah, it's all right. You did all right. You tried.
Tried. Still some weird buys coming in.
Oh, Bit. That's such an awkward position. Be flashed. Be flashed, my son. Hold position. They're going to actually fortify this lower spot completely, but the Molotov immediately extinguished. Take no chances on the spread of that one. And they'll try and clear this. Electronics had enough of holding inside of the tunnels. He says, screw it, I'm going to mid. I'm going to do my thing. So far, he's undetected. This could be interesting if he can get that deagle into a spot of relevance. They've got a crossfire set on the mouth of the tunnels. Cirque, meanwhile, all of the attention at A, long, is inside of the pit toward the bomb site. Bit with only one can't recover the AK fast enough. I was going to say the flank was potentially there, but he gets caught out holding middle instead.
They just need to save these guns if you're Navi. Yep.
well, I was just gonna say, look at the positioner. He only has 14 HP, but Rush was already over there, so it's not as easy as you think.
Yeah, well, they at least know that one was in lower dark, right? They know they've got the dink on one, so regardless of where he comes back to, they kind of know what his position is going to be, and Hedrick's gonna find that one right at the end. And yeah, there's no reason to go for this. You don't have any kits. Just save those weapons. Navi, just get a full buy in the next round. Exactly what they're doing. So, EG has gone on a bit of a run here, Matt, where we're talking about hyenas and toaster strudels. It's been 5 in a row for the North American offensive side. And they're kind of back into this game. Actually, they've done a good job. While on Overpass, they never even really felt like had consistent success getting into the bomb sites and getting the bomb planted. Now they've gotten into these sites, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 6 rounds that we've played so far in the second half. So offense looking pretty decent here on Dust 2. Three-round lead for Navi, looking to close the series out 2-0.
Stewie sneaking up with the AK. Molotov to cover corner. Pin smoke as well behind the door.
Ooh, late retake of long, but this has to be a success for Navi. If they get stalled out here, they're in trouble. Missed shot from Cirque. Simple still alive, but they're coming up catwalk as well. Electronic there to defend with the AUG. Actually, looks like EG might be second guessing. They delay, they stall things out. Simple backs away from the flames at car, swings over, there's one, but the catwalk shot from Automatic is perfect. A bomb site open for the taking.
Facto letting the wraparound above happen. Bomb tries to get tossed across, barely made it. Didn't make it far enough, but it was able to be recovered without being revealed. Bits. Already up catwalk. They're going to beat this. Check it immediately. Bomb planner naturally the one to do so. Tries to do some damage. Needs to be careful not to have to reload too soon. Does get the first one. But Breeze and Automatic continuing good form. EG on Navi's pick, pulling this back. How many rounds in a row is that, Jason?
That would be 6 rounds straight, Matt. Yeah, they found a bit of a run here, and they're loving it. This will get some energy back in the EG camp. 2-round lead for Navi. For once it was so down. Remember, they won the pistol round in this half as well. It was an immediate turnaround in round number 2 for EG, and they've just been running away with it ever since. Showing a little bit of life. Give the boys on the desk a little bit more to talk about in the upcoming segment. You guys are just joining us. First series today, AGO defeated Complexity in a grueling 3-map series. We just saw Heroic take down Astralis in spectacular fashion with comebacks on maps 2 and 3 in a 3-map series. And here we have EG trying to extend this series to 3 maps as well. Still a ways to go. Cirque doesn't even take the shot, just counts numbers. We didn't think we'd need it, but if we get there, third map will be Mirage. The map that had all the overtimes yesterday for Navi, so they'll be well versed on it at the very least. Here we go. Perfecto. Flashbang blinds him a little bit. Smoke is going to come down. That's deep, though. They might go in front of it, and actually, no. They hadn't even begun the execute. That ruins everything. All 5 players were lined up for a B-bust. Brutal. 54 seconds left on the clock. They're going to stick around. I think they're just going to fall right back into the strategy. They're just kind of spreading out at the moment to look at flanks, and they realize if they just sit behind that smoke for this whole time, it's going to give away the game. So they have to go put a little bit of effort, throw some feints, Molotov towards catwalk, act like you're taking cat control and preparing for hit towards the A bomb site, perhaps a mid to B smoke, perhaps they just fall into a mid to B. Lurk smoke now. Molotov to counter. Bit and Perfecto to defend, and there's nobody else close to help out.
Tapping inside of the smoke, the M4 unable to find anyone on the other side. They're gonna march forward, and Perfecto giving himself up. Has Rush take him down. Bit's gonna slide back inside Closet, but what a tough position. Unless they do that in lineup. Is he aware the third's there? Sees the trajectory of the bullet. Knows that he's dropped off a bit. What a job by Bit. Headtrick even coming in and giving some assistance, and you're right, this round over. As Cirque goes to the window, Electronic gets the kill. We've got a round on the board, the first in 7 for Navi.
Yeah, finally they shut it down. Finally they put a stop to that run. In the first half, it was an insult that Evil Geniuses even forced them to take a timeout. Here, it's been quite a bit of a battle for EG. Great job from Bit with the unsilenced M4, showing its quality. And Simple's going to have a little chat with the team during freeze time. Marshalling the troops, 3 rounds away from closing out this series and being done with their day, moving on to day number 3 of Group D at ESL Pro League. Simple's going to get a blind kill onto Cirque.
We take those
all day, every day.
Baby, cause I'm a thug. That's a throwback. Stewie sneaking down middle. The AWP to play with. Still only 3 kills for Stewie. Very lackluster game, and no doubt about it, at this point he's been feeling it. Trying to get something going with this AWP picked up from Cirque's corpse. If he shows up now with the momentum that they're starting to gain, this could be enough to give them the edge on Dust 2. Simple rotates back from long. He'll get toward A instead. They have that covered off with Head Trick on the off angle. Left there solo. Lots of spam toward those smokes. That's trying to bait out a few shots that Stewie wants to capitalize on. Sees the cross. First time, oh, he looked away at the exact moment. Perfecto re-peaked. Nothing really working out in terms of timing either for Stewie.
It's going to get the off kill. Perfecto on top. Drop by Rush, and there's a great flashbang. Beautiful entrance provided by Utility from Navi. Stewie's lurking in the lower dark tunnels, but he's going to back away. Decides not to take that fight. Headtrick did hear the footsteps. He'll be calling that out. One player is going to be in tunnels. There's a Molotov for a position. Where does Simple want to put it? Good kill from Electronic as he comes in, swinging in very quickly. Breezy goes down. It's all on Stewie. He gets only the 1. Beautiful, beautiful triple kill from Electronic in the retake, and 14-10. Navi back to their winning ways.
Electronic Supersonic. 2 to go for Navi, and they'll wrap this up in regulation. Not quite as quick and concise as the first map. It looked like it was going to be, but absolutely some life in EG yet. Good to see as well. That's actually a positive sign for them. I know this is still a tough ask for them, and it puts them in a tough 0-2 position, but something to work with, perhaps, in the future. Something to build off of.
North American solidarity.
Is that, you've been planning for that line, have you?
Well, you know, I don't write them down in a notebook or anything.
No, why, who would do that?
Oh, boy. Simple at the car. Electronic in the A-bomb site. Stewie's found positioning in pit. They're going to take that long control. They'll be happy. It's just going to be quiet. Again, though, no real map control, no presence in middle, no presence in catwalk, no presence in upper, lower dark. Just all 5 players condensed out towards long A, and Breeze shows a little bit too much shoulder.
Well, the advantage again then to Navi, looking for map and series points. Simple still holding off the angle. Stewie gets inside of the pit. Smoke down as well, pluming next to the car, leaves Simple a bit of a chance to try and take advantage of it. Molotov, unfortunately, though, will reach him next, and the next smoke is used. Therefore, for self-preservation, nades, throw everything at him. Someone get a sink. I'm gonna chuck that porcelain straight down memory lane.
Oh man, he actually had the angle.
I think it's more misery lane, actually. Okay.
He unscoped just as the player crossed his vision. Bit's got the other op in middle. Looking towards Catwalk, looking towards Xbox, shifting between the two, and can't land the shot as he flicks downward. Molotov to slow and split the attack. It's done just that. It's only Stewie. No possibility anybody can trade with him. Russian Automatic were there on his hip, but that Molotov was just perfectly timed.
Too good. Electronic not timed well enough to catch them out going back through the tunnels. They're going to get no side B. Ooh, problems as well because Rush gets the kill on Bit while Perfecto had the nade out, and that leaves them alone. 6 seconds though. Perfecto can do it all on his own. Bomb tries to get drawn. It's not enough. Head trick with the kill, and kill that closes the round. Had the time, not done it on its own. It is map point for Navi.
That Molotov just thrown in middle just ruins everything. It doesn't allow Stewie to get traded, and also forces them to fall all the way back through the tunnels to readjust through the B-bombs. They eat so much time off the clock. That one is unfortunate. Breeze just thought he was lining up a smoke. Unfortunately, he was doing it to his own detriment, and Perfecto here just knows he's got time on his side. It's an extra teammate. Nothing for EG to do. And finally, right at the end, they've run out of funds. It was an admirable run throughout this half. Can they extend it? With just pistols to play with, the one Galil on automatic. Simple 22 kills, Bit at 24 to lead the way for Navi.
Shots, Simple and Electronic getting the better of them. It's all on Stewie. 4K. That's all he's going to end with. Unfortunate game for him. Unfortunately for EG, the series over. Navi take it 2-0, concluding thus day 2 of Group D. And it puts not only Navi in a great position, but they'll be up there with now Heroic having an incredible comeback in our previous series.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch how this group concludes. A lot of cool stuff going on, but the top dogs are starting to separate themselves from the pack, which is great to see. Good to see Navi bounce back and sustain against an EG streak.
The pack of Genals or Jackals or Hyenas?
Genals, huh? Let's get out of here on that. Yeah, it's time. It's time to go. We're heading to a break, then we got the desk. We'll close out the evening, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.